turn up a little bit.
Lambert on debut as well. That's the extra seamer Faf was speaking about. Liam Plunkett, speaking of seamers, the Unicorns also have one and he's quite quick as well. Harris Ralph is in. Your thoughts on his change and the team?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. He bowls absolute rockets. He was great here last year. He picked up a bag full of wickets. It's going to be interesting to see how this wicket plays straight up. I'm also happy to see young Sanjay, Krista Murphy, home crowd, hometown hero. Right. I'm excited to see them both.
Lovely stuff. It's always interesting. You heard Fafi, almost didn't know what to say when M. Pomelelo asked him about setting a total. Robbie, what do you do if this is sort of a new ground, new outfield, different dimensions? What do you do as a team setting a total?
Well, you got to give yourself a chance at the very start of it. You know, give yourself a chance to set up a big score. The players are of such high caliber that if the likes of a Faf and a Riley Russo give themselves a chance to get in and score runs, then you know that at the back end, the second half of the innings, they will score a lot of runs.
Liam, the 7 out of the 9 games last year were won by the team setting a total. Is that something that TSK should take into account this year?
Absolutely. You look at the stats are there for a reason. So yeah, let's see how the total goes here. Let's see how the wicket plays. Right. I think we'll be in for a great game tonight. All
right, we're in for an absolute thriller. First game of 2026 at the Auckland Coliseum. This is going to be special. Let's head out to the teams and join them for the anthem.
On the field for tonight's national anthem ceremony are the match officials and the 2 teams. Texas Super Kings, captained by Faf du Plessis, and San Francisco Unicorns, captained by Matt Short. Fans, please rise if you are able, and welcome Jules Leahy to perform the USA National Anthem.
Wonderful indeed from Jules Leahy. Electric guitar there with his rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. It kicks us off here in Oakland at the Coliseum. Splendid it looks. Yeah, the sun out, even if amid some cloud. We'll look forward to fabulous action as the Texas Super Kings take on the home side, the San Francisco Unicorns. That's a look at their side. Faf du Plessis is back into the side, and Lamba also comes in, a side that would like to get some flow as far as the tournament is concerned, as far as the season is concerned. It's a fillip for them that they have their skipper back at the top of the order, because he is a big chunk out of their success and their volume of runs each time that he is not present. It's very rare that he doesn't play for any franchise generally. And as he said, he doesn't like to rotate himself, and it was about a spasm of the back. That's why he did not play. A look at the San Francisco Unicorns, led by Matt Short, and they have Luhandre Pretorius and Finn Allen up at the top. talented all as you look through down that list, and quite young. Estes and Krishnamurti and Hassan Khan, the batters, and then all-rounders and the bowling group. Advantageous, you might say, to have the choice of whether to bowl or bat first. And generally in this format of the game, wherever you might go around the world, the tendency is to bowl first, just so that you know exactly what conditions are like, and also so you know what your chase is and can therefore calculate as you go along. You might say also that it buys you 2, sometimes maybe even 3 overs as teams look to try and figure out what conditions are like for the day. Ghulam Mudassar, he'll start things off with his left armers. Been decent to watch so far. Just the 1 week gone by, the opening week, and every team looking to find a footing and looking to find a way to get themselves going. What you want when you play at home is that home becomes a fortress, and that's what the San Francisco Unicorns would hope about the Coliseum. Right over the countdown.
2, 1. Let's go, fans. Make some noise.
All right, let's get it on. Good start, right on target. Little bit of shape. Robin Uthappa alongside me. Nice.
Hi guys, my name is Faf du Plessis. I'm 42 years old and I'm passionate about spending time with my family.
Says he's 42. Pommy, he's acting like he's 24. Batting like he's 24. Good evening, everyone. To the nice chilly weather here at Oakland.
You're not so keen on cool breezes, are you?
Trust me, I am. For someone who lives in Dubai, I'm more than happy to have some cold weather.
You get excited at having to wear a jacket, do you?
Yeah, very. You know it.
Yeah, not so bad. I expect when we come back here for finals week that it will be that little bit warmer, and it makes a difference. The breeze is cool, and when the sun goes down, it does get quite cold night time, and it's not so bad. Wherever you are, you might say, oh, what's going on? And they're saying it's cold. It's not cold. And those who are from here would probably say the same thing. It is 18 degrees Celsius. I'm going to put that up to sort of around, what's it, 65, 67 Fahrenheit, around there.
There is a nice nip in the breeze, isn't it? Makes for perfect light jacket weather.
Oftentimes you'll get your cue from the players and from those in the crowd. Perhaps what you do give away when you're out there is sort of where you're from and what kind of weather you're accustomed to. Varies. Some will be in long sleeves, others in short sleeves. Oh, hurry, hurry. Oh, that might have been tight. That might have been very tight had that hit the stumps at the non-strikers.
He was running hard there. Faf du Plessis stepped out. Because he stepped out, he's like, I'm back myself to get that. I think he just got in time. Just got there in time. Good running. Young legs.
Excellent start from Mudassar. 3 without loss.
Slightly weirdly shaped ground this for cricket, but some parts where it feels like a normal ground, and some parts it feels like utterly short there. Teams going up against each other. The Cons have a solid side.
Haris Rao back into the side, pace and spin out in Ravi Ashwin. Du Plessis back in and Thamba in as well for the Texas Super Kings. Here is Haris Rao. Goals rockets, runs miles. Wow, it's 82 feet. It's a long run up.
It is a long run up.
Nicely played, just worked on side, he'll take one. Wonderful player is Faf du Plessis. And we go into the archives of Cognizant Major League and have a look back in 2025 in match 10 against this opposition. He's already got a century this season.
Batting like an absolute dream at the moment. So, weighing into all of his experience and pulling out some scintillating shots. His back is a little sore. Him feeling for it after that run.
That's well done. Cross for that single. Rodney alongside us with all the stats, and the statters will be loving with a guy more than 42 years old, churning out runs as he does. He's the only man over 40 with 3 tons. None of the others who are above 40 have more than 1. So going well.
He is going very well. I think over the last couple of years, he's kind of settled into his batting and what works for him. This was a remitly speedy delivery. Yeah, pretty quick for a guy who's bowling against the wind and to the shorter end. He's not a pace. He's got some wheels, this kid.
Nice shot. Into the pocket. We'll pick up a couple.
You can tell it's a heavy outfield. Ball's kind of sitting into the ground when you hit it. It's not going off. There's no real square on this wicket, on this ground. So the outfield through and through the grass in different directions. Mukamala, high backlift, so makes for a lot more timing than power. Ball has to be in a certain region for him to execute power into the ball. And placed well for a couple of runs.
Good tight lines. Both bowlers actually have been very tight on the stumps and need to be. Yeah.
Mukamala with his technique here, for me, will find that it's quite limiting sometimes. See, there's 10 miles an hour wind speed. Seems like it is from the far end. It seems like right now he's bowling with the wind. A moment ago, the flags were flying on the other side. Seems like it's moving around a little bit.
with the gaps in the stadium, big coliseum as it is, you do get some swirling as well with the ball, with the wind going through the gaps. Yeah, nice start that for Haris Rauf. It's 8 without loss. So all built up. There's a gap next to that big screen, top the screens right now of your monitors. So there would be an escape there for the wind, and the other side off that stand on top left also has a gap in it. So when you're walking around out there, you can feel like it's coming from a different direction.
Yeah, you have a similar gap on the other side of that as well. The stands, one where the flag is there, and the other side there's no flag.
Beautifully played. Use of the feet, and it's off the middle of the bat, out the ground for 6. He's got us on our way.
Exquisite timing on that one. Stepped out to create pace on it, and he met it so well. Timed it impeccably. Effortless 6 from Faf du Plessis. It's off and running.
Oh, in the air, but in the gap. Looking to make the play here is Faf du Plessis. Job up at the top is to take advantage of the power play, and he knows full well how to.
Yeah, he gave himself a little bit of a chance, right, in the first couple of overs. Assess the pace of the wicket, what the outfield's doing, where the gaps are available for him. Now it's time to take advantage of those opportunities. This time just squeezed it between those two fielders, between cover point and backward point.
Round the wicket that time, just to try and take away the angle, get the ball coming in towards the right-hander, and have him try and play against the angle to make that room. Played brilliantly in Dallas.
Oh, phenomenally. Just watch somebody else from the opposition team score 100, and he said, hold my beer, watch me score some runs here. He went hammer and tongs, just right out of the top draw, that 100. Kamal started off a little circumspectly today, although I do think, Thomas, that his technique right now wouldn't allow him to play a lot of big shots. It's quite limiting with the way his back lift is. He won't be able to generate a lot of power because it already goes up at the point of delivery. So there's no more room for it to go up. But when these bowlers have been in line of the stumps, got those dot balls going. Change of angle here.
Nice. That's it. Got to keep continuing to just look how you can combat the batter. Try and stay one step ahead. He was happy with sort of getting a little bit of shape, bowling over the wicket, but Faf du Plessis opening up the offside, giving himself room, and now he's saying, I want you to do it with the ball coming in at those stumps.
Yes. Doesn't seem like his back likes to be out there today.
2 full, and driven away all the way for 6. Just the way he'd have liked to end the over. Faf du Plessis, 16 off that one. It's 24 without loss.
You can't bowl to Faf du Plessis in the hitting zone and not expect to be hit. Didn't do anything to that. That sound reverberating around the ground. Cleanly hit. Second 6 for him. Watch that. Just in his zone. 213 feet 6.
Yeah, loving it. Yeah, you turn up to the cricket. There's much to enjoy. all these stars who turn up. 2 stars leading either side, and Matt Short for the home team, the San Francisco Unicorns, and Faf du Plessis for the Texas Super Kings. Brody Couch is greeted by a little heave onto the onside. Just lifted ever so comfortably by Mukamala, and he gets a boundary too.
Nicely punched over mid-on. Pitched up. Full swing of the bat. Gets it over. Luandre Pretorius. First boundary for him.
Just right on it. Just ends up hitting him rather than him hitting it. A big job to do in the power play. Texas Super Kings in at a ground that they will be aware will be pretty high scoring because of short boundaries and the fact that there'll be a lot of boundaries hit. So you've got to ensure that you do a lot of good work. Your boundary count must be high, even if batting here for the first time.
Absolutely. And that's why you give yourself a chance in the first couple of overs. Just assess the wicket a little bit. And once you've done that, you take the risks. Got him out in the previous game. Couch.
Oh, it didn't make any contact. Fine leg is up in the circle, so the shot is on, and he premeditates it and thinks he can use his pace, but doesn't get any of it.
He tried. Took that ball, the line of his body, but eventually trying to move away as he was hitting it. No connection there. There'll be 2 people who'll be really nervous when Faf's batting. One's Faf himself, and then Tommy Simsek in the dugout.
Yeah, for those who might not know, who won't know, Tommy Simsek is the physiotherapist of the Super Kings franchise. He might be inside keeping warm. There he is. Yeah.
Don't go by the smile. He'll be nervous.
He's happy for now. Yeah, something else we'll have to watch is running between wickets, how quickly the ball goes across the outfield. It is a little soft underfoot, and so the ball's not racing off to the fence. So in boundaries, we're talking 6s really.
Yeah, it will be slow, and it is slow. You can tell because even the way the grass is cut on this ground, the angles in which it's cut will be a little slow. It'll snake around a little bit.
Bang! Oh, beautiful. Into the stands, ends the over as well. 12 off that one, it's 36 without loss.
Take that, he says. Shot ball sent away. Beautifully played by Mukamala. Talented youngster, 266 feet 6. As soon as he saw it shot, he sent it packing. That bye-bye ball.
.36 without loss. Sidhu. Eight for none off the first 2 overs in this Lexus power play, and since then, Texas Super Kings have gone up a gear. This man, though, has been brilliant across the phases, mainly in the middle overs where we'll see him later on, but of course can swing that brand new ball and Mukamala now finding his rhythm.
One of the leading wicket takers in the league, Peter Siddle. Obviously, established player. It'd be interesting to see how he bowls on this pitch. There is a little bit in there. So, obviously, the guys took the time to get going, but the boundaries are flowing now. I think it's going to be a decent score, mate.
Previous opening stands 1-0 and 6 for the Super Kings. What have you made of the surface so far?
I think both teams are sort of like figuring it out to start with. It's always nice as a bowler if you're bowling on a pitch where the batsmen don't know what's happening. But I think the batsmen are very wise to see what's going on. But it looks like a decent pitch, mate. A little bit sticky, but the boundaries are coming. We're looking at the leading wicket takers here. We have led by Remitley. Peter Siddle's third on that list. Bartman up top, and the USA national player Jesse Singh is at 3. Steve Singh.
Love that the San Francisco faithful have come out. Liam, you spent some time playing at this ground, but they're very passionate about their cricket in this part of the world. And you mentioned in the pre-show Sanjay Krishnamurthy, a hometown hero of some sort.
Yeah, absolutely. Minor league, club cricket, and obviously now we have Major League Cricket here. This is the home of cricket on the West Coast. Played for the Unicorns. I was very excited to play here last year, and hopefully the crowds keep building over the weekend.
Long on, deep square, the two fielders outside the circle. And because of that, he goes to the offside. Nice manipulation of the field from the young talent.
Excellent shot there, waited on his back foot. The ball did bounce a little bit, but he stood up right and hit it over back with a point. He's looking nicely here, Mukamala.
Just spoils the over from Siddle, because to that point had been just 1 off the 4 deliveries. Still doesn't change the field. Here's that bit of stickiness you speak about. 41, now 42 for Nana after 5. And of course, we had the 9 games here at the Oakland Coliseum in 2025. Looking forward to many more. And of course, this will be the home of the final. Five overs of pace, and now 1 over of spin to end the Lexus power play. Hassan Khan with the 2 right-handers. It's going to be a challenge, this. There's long off and a very straight mid-wicket. Leg side, right of screen.
A little bit of width to start there from Hassan, but it was a great shot, but excellent field in the short third man. I think that's Hassan Rauf, who's thrown his bodies around. That's what you need to see as a fast bowler. Commitment to the team, bowls 90 miles an hour, hits some bombs, and also dives full length to stop 3 runs.
Similar field for Faf. Deep mid-wicket is quite straight, protecting the longer pocket of the ground. Quite an unusual ground. And you think about what's happened in the season so far. This Super Kings team, they won the game chasing when Faf got 100, but the next 2 games they lost, it was setting a total. And the issues started in the power play, lost 3 wickets on both occasions. So the fact that these 2 are unscathed and still there will mean something going forward. Wonder if that was just a slither of a chance. Never easy, those return catches. And he spiked that.
He gave himself so much room there, but he's so strong with his hands. He managed to get a good piece of bat on that, straight on over Hassan Khan's head and for 4 runs. It's how brave are you as a spinner this early when there's not many fielders back? Do you throw it up? Do you squeeze it in? Do you get him off strike? Because you're still looking for wickets. He was just showing that shot there. Faf du Plessis doing his usual hop, skip, and a jump down the wicket, gets a good piece of that, and he go away for 4 runs.
And just for the record, folks, he had no chance of catching that. Hassan Khan, I was being harsh. Big delivery this to end the Lexus power play. .48 for none.
Interesting with the angles of this. It's such a unique ground, mate. You don't play many grounds in the world with the boundaries here. Obviously, either mid-off or short fine leg or fine leg, either angles. It's going to be interesting to see how people use their skill set. Do you start sweeping earlier? Do you come down the wicket earlier? Does your game change a little bit because of the dimensions of this ground?
Matt Short, 2 wickets for 25 in the last game, 1 for 8 in the first. Always such a valuable asset with the ball, in addition to his batting ability, which we'll see later on. Now you're allowed 5 fielders outside the circle, folks, outside of the Lexus power play.
Yeah, Matt Short, I would say he's an underrated bowler, but he's not. He does really successful in the Big Bash. He takes wickets, MVP for a reason. Here we're just looking at the highlights of the Lexus power play, with the guys taking a while to get going, but the boundaries started to flow from Faf and Muknamala. A very good start from Texas Super Kings, 48 off their 6 overs.
It's well controlled, factoring in the wind and the shorter boundary as well.
You're absolutely correct, Neil. I think here, because you don't have to overhit it, you can keep your shape a little bit longer, and it's not a big hit. So as you can see on the screen, Matt Short just dragged it short a tiny bit, got himself in a great position, and it was a bit of a slap over deep mid-wicket for 6. Excellent shot by Muknamala. It's amazing. I've played in some small grounds around the world, and because you don't have to hit it as far, people actually hit 6s further because they keep the shape longer, they time it nicely, and the ball actually goes further on smaller grounds because you don't have to overhit it.
It's the first 50-plus opening stand TSK in the last 10 games, where they've averaged just 12. So this has been an issue for them. And I was thinking about it, Liam, as well. It then translates into the middle overs where they've been very slow, the slowest of all teams. Sometimes having that set batter can make a difference, like we saw from Faf on opening night when they chased the 220.
Yeah, that's correct, mate. If you get wickets in the power play, then the team that are coming in, they have to assess and get runs on the board. You can either just keep going and risk getting bowled out, or in that middle period, you consolidate and try to get a decent score on the board. I think that's what they did last time, but it wasn't a big score, and that's why I think they got beat, mate.
Again, just maybe holding in the surface for the slower bowlers. 59 for them.
Yeah, apart from that one delivery, a little bit drag shot that went for 6. I think it's a decent over. The wicket is stopping a little bit, to your point. Here we look at the Super Kings batting lineup. A great start from du Plessis, Muknamala, and you've got plenty in the tank here. Raleigh Rousseau is in great form, all the way down here through the US players. Milind Kumar, Ranjani. You've got Ferreira, massive hitter. Mulder, huge hitter. And also Viljoen, who's been useful with the bat in this competition.
And it's early days in the Cognizant MLC, but just looking at this batting and how they can restructure it, TSK, to get more, because in the middle overs they've been quite slow to start the tournament. I'm looking at that name there, Liam. Donovan Ferreira. Can you be, and obviously they want him to finish the innings. Can they be braver with him, maybe send him in a bit earlier? Hassan Khan starts with a wide, especially if they can get a platform from their openers like this.
Yeah, I agree, mate. Why not? If you get a decent start and you bring him in, he's so powerful. He can change his game quickly. He can smack a quick 50 off 15, 20 balls, and that game's changed.
Something they did in the SA20 earlier this year, when sometimes they would send him in at 4, because you tend to want your best batters in this format facing more deliveries. Same things with Nicholas Pooran, who's now gone up to 3 around the world. For an example, Shimron Hetmeyer, another one.
Yeah, I know who I'd rather bowl at. It definitely wouldn't be Ferreira, who's coming out guns blazing. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they do, the tactics.
And I suppose, and we're talking down the line, folks, if he even needs to come in. But I suppose he's got a responsibility as well, Liam, to also show that he can manage the situation enough to gain that added responsibility. Because many will remember that MI game when he was dismissed start of the 15th over. Ended up falling short massively because they lost him early.
Yeah, plenty of discussions out here from Hassan Khan, the skipper, and also the keeper. Yeah, he needs to show the responsibility to maybe come knock it around, give the person on strike, person form that strike until he gets going.
Such a smart, intelligent option, and boy did that travel off the bat of Faf du Plessis.
Yeah, all that conversations didn't quite work out as they planned. Faf's so good at that over pitch, such an easy swing of the bat. It looks like there was no real risk in that. He's practiced that shot over and over again. Small boundary, straight back, hit the green wall just over the side screen. Great shot. Texas are flying here, mate.
Very reminiscent of Finn Allen a year ago. He hit so many deliveries straight to eliminate the threat of the longer boundary square. Now into a longer pocket, but he finds the gap.
That's what happens when you're born against such a great player. He'll bang it over your head and you have to bring your length back. And Faf was waiting for that, so experienced, on his back foot, and plays that shot over mid-wicket with the gap. Here on screen, bottom hand strength, like a top spinner in tennis. Controlled it nicely into the gap, 4 runs, a great 2 deliveries for the Texas Super Kings here.
Fielders under it, gonna take some catching. He does brilliantly. A Cognizant clutch catch from a man who would call this stadium his own.
What a fantastic catch that is to break the partnership. Hassan Khan stayed brave there, floated the ball up out wide, and Faf reached, tried to hit it over wide, long off, and it was a great catch from Finn Allen.
Such an important wicket, and he tempted and teased Faf du Plessis with the flight. Slightly quicker that last delivery compared to the other 2 that went for boundaries. Khan has the last laugh. Faf du Plessis gone for 40. Huge wicket, huge moment. Super Kings 72 for 1. Nice evening. 49 for the rated R Rousseau in the opening game, then 36 against the Unicorns. And 8 against MI New York a couple of days ago.
We show the wicket again. Hassan Khan, brave, floated it up there, and it was a good shot from Faf, but it just a dive in Finn Allen. Outstanding catch, mate. Can change the game with efforts like that in the field.
New batter in now. Left-handed batter as well to add a different dynamic. Wicket they needed, 72 for 1.
Look who walked into the Oakland Coliseum, the great Yuvraj Singh. Welcome.
Thank you, Robbie. Good to see you, my brother.
It's good to see you too, brother. How are you enjoying the weather here?
The weather is great. It's a beautiful city, San Francisco. My first time. And food's great, people are great, loving it.
Yeah, amazing. And have you seen what we've done with the ground here? It used to be a baseball ground and also a football ground, and we made it into a cricket field.
Yeah, pretty amazing, the stadium. Looking at the facilities over here, I know it's like an old stadium, but it's a huge stadium. There are very few in India like this, and it's good to see that the game's growing over here.
Yeah, it is. It's growing wonderfully, and we know that you're here to do some wonderful work for your foundation. UV Can, and you're here to raise some funds for some underprivileged children back home. You're doing a charity dinner. It's very nice of you to do.
Yeah, I mean, you've been part of a bit of my journey. You've been my teammate, and you know the journey I've had. And through my journey, I think I really want to inspire a lot of people, help people. That comes naturally to me. I think with the UV Can Foundation, we're trying to raise money for the underprivileged kids. Basically, parents have lost all their money, their funds in their treatment. We try and treat them, fund their education. We've done more than 500 kids like that.
It's amazing.
We've done a lot of cancer winner programs when it comes to women as well. So UV Can as a foundation doing really good work.
Yeah, you're also doing something for breast cancer awareness back home.
Yeah, we run a lot of programs for breast cancer and cervical cancer for women. So as I said, the work's good. We've got a good team, and very happy to be here and raising some funds for the foundation.
That's amazing. And do you find yourself a lot more free now post-retirement, or a lot more busy?
Well, honestly, I guess you're on the same boat, traveling a lot, more fun stuff, more relaxed stuff. We don't have to get up in the morning and be stressed about going there and winning games and scoring runs. And I think we parents, I think life is much more fun being a parent as well. And it's a good time in my life. I'm healthy, which is the most important thing.
Yeah, do you feel like when you see the cricketers out there, do you feel like going out there and playing?
Well, not really, because I know I can hit the ball, but I can't run. And yeah, it's good to but when I watch a game, I get involved in it.
Yeah.
Get seriously involved, thinking about what would I have done if I was in that position. So pretty much.
Yeah, nice. And so with the MLC growing happening in America, and we know that you've gotten into coaching quite a bit right now. Fancy coaching at the MLC? Sorry, Yuvi. Matt Short gets the second wicket for the Unicorns. Home team gets the second wicket. Good catch from Matt Short to dismiss Riley Russo for a blob. 77 for 2 now.
Well, what a catch this is. He's been the most economical bowler in the competition in season 4. Goes low to his left and has to get the tumble in just to make sure that the ball doesn't make any contact with the ground. Fantastically well bowled, and an even better catch off his own bowling. It's going to catch Riley Russo short for what will be a second ball duck as the Unicorns have their second big roar here at the Coliseum. It's 77 for 2.
Yep, Yuvi, I was asking you, fancy coaching in the MLC?
Well, I was about to say catches like that. I would love to coach guys who are, brilliant fielders, and obviously, make them more aware about the game. But if you get an opportunity, why not? But it's just a bit far to come and coach. But I really hope the game really grows over here.
Yes.
Because it's going to take a few years for the game to grow. Stadiums are being built. The Major League is doing well. I really hope that a lot of people come and watch and encourage the players, support them. So it's great to see cricket in America.
Yeah, about that in America, there's a lot of talent here from the Indian subcontinent that's here. I think people like you, when they come here and actually take up coaching like you are doing right now, it'll augur well for the league as well. And I hope that a gig comes your way, because seeing what you're doing with cricketers in India, I'm certain that America will benefit from someone like you being here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always looking for opportunities to work with younger guys. Guys who I think can make it at the big level. And regarding cricket, the T20 World Cup happened here in 24. So I think that a lot of awareness came about of cricket then in America, especially when, America beat Pakistan. I think that's where people like, if we can do that, that means we have some kind of talent. But I would also urge the locals to come and watch the game.
Yes.
I always related to the Americans like cricket is like baseball.
Yes.
Two different games, but dynamics are similar. So I encourage the locals to come and watch the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there is a little bit of a local interest right now. The game is growing. People want to know what this game is all about. And it's the end of the over. It's 80 for 2 after 9 overs. So Yuvi, why do you think it's important that the game grows in different parts of the world, and why do you think cricket in America will be an important cog in the wheel as far as the growth of cricket is concerned globally?
Why not? Cricket becoming global is the best thing for us coming from Asia, India. And I certainly believe that the way Americans package sport, nobody can.
Absolutely.
And if they can do with cricket, it's going to be probably the most watched sport in the world, because IPL is probably second or third most watched. So why not getting the first number and making more awareness about the game to other people who don't know about the game.
Yeah.
When you talk about cricket, it's like how golf is so popular here.
Yep.
Back home, we didn't know much about golf when we were growing up.
Yep.
But in different cultures, there's golf. So, and people will love to try a new sport.
Amazing. Yes, and I think it's important that the game grows, and I think the likes of you coming here and maybe bringing your academy here as well will help grow the game. UV, thank you so much for joining us. Wishing UV Can, the foundation, the very best of luck, and I hope you'll raise a lot of money that helps the underprivileged and women as well.
Thank you, Robbie.
Thank you, my brother.
Good to see you.
Yes. Back to you.
Yeah, beautiful moments between the two former Indian internationals. And of course, Yuvraj Singh, most famously the player of the series in that 2011 ICC Men's Cricket World Cup win for India on home soil. It was quite sensational, more than 10,000 international runs, as Milan Kumar has come to the crease after that magnificent catch to dismiss Riley Rousseau. Really good catch, held. Matt Short, the captain of the hometown Unicorns, who's been leading from the front, particularly with his bowling this season. Tumbling catch, held low to his left. No doubt at all from Riley Rousseau that was cleanly held onto. A big moment in the game, because Rousseau can be very devastating. Mukamala's still there, accumulating his first score of real note this season. He's moved to 32. He's been joined by his international colleague, who finds the boundary. His first Milan Kumar cut away, sides for 4. Good evening to Anika Cullen.
Evening, Lenny, and so happy to be here in this Oakland Coliseum and see these two American duos just killing it here at the crease. Not even a bit too wide, but making room there, kind of traveling a little bit down leg the batter to make room and just cut that through 4, racing to the boundary.
Yeah, and certainly feels like a different playing surface to last year. They're the same 2 drop-in pitches, but with a change in grass type. Dave Agnew and the team been working hard here. Might not quite see as extreme scores as we did last year, but really healthy again.
Yeah, Dave and the team have been just doing amazing work, and to get this pitch in so quick, they're just working all day, all hours to try and get this ready for Oakland, and here we are. Not the highest, 167 at a current run rate, but yet to see where we go.
Well, we've got cricket here at Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, but we're coming to LA too. City of Pomona, about 35 minutes east of Los Angeles. And it's the brand new LA Knight Riders cricket ground. I was up there on Monday myself. Exceptionally beautiful. The main man himself all the way from Adelaide, putting in the 8 pitches you can see there in the square. The turf just being completed. And the beautiful hills, the San Bernardino hills behind us there in the Fairplex at Pomona. As this is flicked away. It's going to be beautiful as we welcome our latest and newest Cognizant MLC venue. Gets us to the halfway stage of this first innings. The return of cricket to the Coliseum. The players will have a drink. TSK inserted to bat have started pretty well. 87 for 2. Really exciting, isn't it? The fact that don't just have cricket here in the Bay Area, but we're going to go down to Southern California for the first time. We've got 3 venues this year. How exciting is it for you, Anika, to be here at the Coliseum? I saw you down in the crowd last season watching as a fan. Now you're up here with us in the commentary box.
Yeah, Lenny, I think being away from home a little bit and coming back, it just gets sweeter every single time. And my heart is back into one piece, just being in this Oakland Coliseum. And, you know, even more exciting sitting up here in the comm box with you guys. Really good to see Texas doing great, just chugging along. 10 overs so far, 87 for 2. And we see Mukamala and Millen in the crease now getting a drink.
Yeah, let's get a look at the best of this first innings thus far. Well, it was always going to be Faf du Plessis who got us going. It was written in the stars. He's picked up some really good strokes around the ground. And Saiteja Mukamala is right on the brink of what could be his highest score in MLC history. Starting to get the men in yellow going, but this was the big moment. There's no doubt that Finn Allen loves this ground, mainly with the bat, but now 2 in the field. Wonderful tumbling catch out at long off, followed up by Short's caught and bowled effort. And there's been just the 2 wickets that have fallen, bowlers 5 and 6. Brody Couch, the most expensive of the bowlers, going around the park a little bit, but I think all in all, everyone will be pretty pleased as to how this surface is playing. There's always a bit of uncertainty with the drop-in pitch.
Yeah, it's good to see a really quick shuffle going up from Texas in the Grand Prairie Stadium. Just seeing this SF side kind of traveling around, and really interesting to see how we're adjusting to the wicket so quick. I think as professional players, and these players are really just going to have to work with their team to get all the information they need to perform wonderfully on this new drop-in pitch.
So it's the opening day of the second leg of the 4th season of Cognizant Major League Cricket here on the beautiful west coast of the United States of America. We're in the Bay Area at this iconic sporting venue, the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. Played host to the Oakland Raiders for so many years, as well as the Oakland Athletics, one of the last dual-use stadiums. Vast majority of NFL and MLB teams now, in fact all of them play at solo-use stadiums that are used purely for their primary sport, but we've got this multi-use facility and cricket's back in the Bay as Peter Siddle returns to the attack for his second over. And I've got a Bay Area native, Anika Colin, in the commentary box alongside me. Anika, sport here in the West Coast, definitely one of its strongest hubs anywhere in America. Is that fair to say?
A little biased for me to answer that, Lenny, but I would proudly say yes. I think there's so much homegrown talent. I mean, you see Saiteja Mukamala here right now, not the West Coast, but just so many hubs here in America.
Good diving stop, direct hit, gone! Oh, sensational! And it's the captain again. San Francisco rises to their skipper because we've just seen the run out of the tournament. It belongs to Matt Short, and Milind Kumar's not even going to wait, I don't think.
Yeah, I was trying to scamper there for a quick run, and captain just takes his time, loads his arm, and bullseye straight onto those wickets.
Quite magnificent. Jaunty Rhodes, eat your heart out. Short going rapidly to his right. And Kumar, well, he's got to go. He's been run out for 8. It's 87 for 3. Well, big moment in the game because you've just seen, well, without doubt, the run out of the season to make the 3rd dismissal of the innings. Shubham Ranjane, he'll be at the non-strikers end as Mukamala takes on Short again. Slightly risky moment. Now let's get another look at this. Quite brilliant. He's dived full stretch to his right, one-handed, and then maybe even better. The only thing that could be better than the stop was the direct hit. How good was this?
Brilliant, absolutely a huge turning point for the San Francisco Unicorns. That brings them their 3rd breakthrough, and definitely a big momentum shift that was building in that partnership for the TSK.
And a flashback, I've got to say, to last season. I know I'm going to talk about a catch rather than a run out, but Faf du Plessis flying through the air like Superman, and the roar that got. As Ranjani plays completely across the line. The one that might have kept a shade low, but no real straight bat on offer there.
Yeah, it's been quite action-packed. We're in the last 15 balls, only at 11 runs, but 3 wickets there. So the crowd is going to be loving it here for the San Francisco Unicorns, and some rebuilding to do from the Texas.
Something about an arena like this, all of the history, the grandeur, the quality that brings out the best moments in players. And that Faf du Plessis Superman catch last season, the reaction from the crowd, the echo around the chamber of the arena that we're playing in. Well, Shorts just lit it up on the first day. Not a record-breaking effort like Finn Allen's, but look at that, outstanding. He knew as soon as the direct hit came. This one's cut away. Not going to have the pace to get to the rope. Can he get in and out for 2? He can. Good running this time from Mukamala. It's 91 for 3. Do you remember that catch from Faf last season?
I don't think anyone can forget that. I mean, a huge, just like Faf does, huge game. Huge moments that he creates, and for the fans, I'm sure people are going to scroll on their Instagram reels perhaps and keep watching that. So definitely a big impact as the man makes.
Well, a bit of a wry smile from Faf du Plessis because he knows that his side have been undone by not just 1, not just 2, but 3 brilliant pieces of fielding. And every single one of those dismissals thus far due to brilliant pieces of fielding. A catch in the deep, a caught and bowled, and then a direct hit. The Unicorns, superb so far. As Gulam returns to the attack, coming around the wicket. How important is fielding in cricket? Is it the most overlooked of the three disciplines, batting, bowling, and then fielding?
I think there was a little narrative that it might have been overlooked, but when you look at things like this, it just proves to you how it should be the absolute #1 that you need in cricket. All 3 breakthroughs have been because of fielding, and that speaks miles.
Yeah, whenever you come to a new venue, particularly on a drop-in surface, you want to get a sense as to where to hit in terms of lengths. Now, what we've tended to see is actually short of a length. I think that gives an indication as to the slower nature of the surface is the lowest strike rate. Up in a fuller length 150, anything full is going to be dispatched. So as a consequence, the bowlers will learn from that quickly. The other teams watching on at home, they'll probably want to pull their lengths back a little bit.
Yeah, we see in that good lengthish area, they're striking at 150, a little bit fuller 160. So definitely things you're going to want to kind of change up, and obviously it's going to depend on the game, the venue. Obviously this drop-in pitch is going to be a big, big thing for these players here.
Fielder at long off, straight to him, and Finn Allen's not going to drop that. Much easier than the other chances we've seen the Unicorns hold on to. And the frustration from Mukamala, having done all the hard work to get to 36, he'll get no more.
That would be the 4th wicket now, just off of fielding expertise. Mukamala just trying to cover and get a full swing all the way through, but fielder safely caught it. And that would be another wicket for the San Francisco Unicorns.
Innings is collapsing somewhat here for TSK. Mukamala's gone for 36. It's 92 for 4. Vian Mulder, the Johannesburg boy, South African international, comes in at number 6. Good strike rate thus far, but being used more really as a bowler. May will actually quite enjoy the surface in the second innings, you'd imagine. What can he do with the bats? Unicorns fans elated with how things are going, because they've really turned this innings around. Again, another good piece of fielding. They've been exemplary in their fielding. This catch, though, is much easier.
Yeah, different wicket, different adjustments to the field and to that wicket. I mean, not coming on absolutely well as Texas was. So a little bit of adjustment the batters are going to have to be making here.
Good length to finish out the over. It's another wicket-taking one, and only 1 run comes from it. The Super Kings, 92 for 4.
You're up on the jumbotron. Yeah. Yeah.
Now you're set. You got all the stuff. Let's get my hand to play.
so many fans out here in the Oakland Coliseum, and someone watching their first game in the Coliseum, but not their first cricket game. Tell the world who you are.
I'm Brody Couch's mum. So my name's Karen, and I was born in New York and immigrated to Australia 28 years ago and began my family. So Brody is my eldest child, and I have 4 more after that. And everyone plays cricket. We all love cricket, and I just wish they were able to be here and enjoy the MLC like I get to each year.
Well, it's brilliant to have you out here. Obviously, you've been to Grand Prairie. Your first time in the Coliseum. What do you make of it?
I think the Coliseum's pretty awesome. I actually rang Brody and I said I was flying here. Should I come to San Fran for a game? Because it was a layover today. And he told me the Coliseum was probably something I shouldn't miss, because you never know if we were going to have a game here next year or not. So I'm so glad I made the effort to get here today and see this amazing stadium. I only wish I'd been able to catch a baseball game years ago in it. So, but cricket's better anyway.
Well, she likes cricket very, very much, and we've seen the overs continuously move along, and you know what? We're going to get to see Brody Couch with the ball in hand right on cue. How has he been looking to you so far tonight?
Look, he always looks fast. I certainly would not want to face him.
Well, she's brought him good luck. Brody Couch's mom has now brought Brody Couch a wicket. We'll take it to you guys upstairs.
Celebration for the coaches. Another critical wicket as they continue to destroy this middle order from the Texas Super Kings.
We look on screen here. Ranjani walked across. I think he was looking at the wicket to think it kept low, but I think it didn't. I think he walked across and hit maybe top middle of leg stump. Strange shot. You can see what he was doing. He's trying to get across and flick it up a short fine leg, but not to be this time. Texas Super Kings are... Ranjani goes for 6. The score is 96-45.
I tell you what, the woman of the moment. Mom, how was that? That was brilliant.
Oh, it was pretty epic. It was unreal. No, that just unreal. And everyone will be watching it at home on 7+, and I'm sure my phone will be blowing up immediately.
Yeah, well, we first met back in 2023 at the Combine, and now we're here in 2026. Brody's a regular member of the 11. How important has Major League been to his career?
I think Major League has been a really dynamic part of his career. It's certainly extended the amount of cricket he's playing because it's off season. And I've always said to him that he potentially could be bigger in MLC than even in Australia as a homegrown American here in a sport that I think could really take hold of the country.
Yeah, no question, but I want you to take a look at the screen up there. We got the big screen playing, and let's see what they have up here. I think they're going to have your reaction. So this is the wicket. Brilliant delivery. Behind the legs, middle stump off the ground, and then there's Mom.
Yeah, no, we definitely nailed that.
Mom is having a great time. This is raw, real emotion. We love to see that here.
Oh, I'm just so happy for him, and really happy for the MLC and what they're doing here, and how they're going to bring everyone together with this sport in this country. It's just awesome.
Well, we appreciate you so much for being here. I know you're a bit jet lagged. You've just gotten off the plane from Australia. You got more flights to come. That's the close of Brody Couch is over. We'll send it back upstairs.
Thank you, Aman, and thank you, Karen. Absolutely love that accent, Liam Plunkett. Nice blend of New Yorker and Aussie.
Absolutely. A great moment for Karen. Absolutely watching her son bowl and get a wicket right on cue. Excellent. So we're here now. The Texas Super Kings, a bit of a rut here. A few wickets. Obviously stopped that scoring, 97 for 5. Important moments for your overseas players here. You have Ferreira and Mulder. kind of step up to the plate. Are they going to knock it around for a bit? Which I probably think they will. They'll have a few overs to do that. Then hopefully they're going to go guns blazing and put a good score on the board, mate.
Been a quiet tournament for Donovan Ferreira thus far. The challenge won't get any easier though, because Harris Ralph is back into the attack. Absolutely loved this field last year when he played with you, Liam Plunkett. 9 wickets in 4 games, the most of any bowler who played here at the Coliseum.
Yeah, last year he played a massive part when we were here. He ran in when the ball wasn't doing too much and was getting big wickets. Obviously cleaned up Maxi. I remember that when he was about to build and to take off. But yeah, he puts his heart on his sleeve here, mate. He runs in for you. He'll go all day long, even in the field today when he was diving around, stopping the boundary. So plenty of effort.
Hi guys, I'm Donovan Ferreira. I'm 27 years old. I'm born and bred from Pretoria, Gauteng, in South Africa. And my hobby away from cricket is spending time on the safaris.
Loves his safaris. Donovan Ferreira has an amazing story that should inspire every young cricketer. Long off has dropped back for this delivery to Ferreira. Joining deep square, deep fine, and cover on the boundary. Used to go door to door, Liam Plunkett, selling bats for a brand. Used to deliver bats to Heinrich Klaassen and Faf du Plessis. And was given a contract in Pretoria, and a few years later he's playing under Faf.
Yeah, that's such a cool story, isn't it? To deliver bats to your heroes and then you play alongside them, and obviously playing amazing well for all the franchises. He's winning games and for every team he's playing in. He's such a powerful striker, and to your point here, he hasn't got going quite yet, but we'd like to see some fireworks from him this evening.
And we spoke about it in our earlier stint, Plunks. This will be a great opportunity for him to show that he can have that added responsibility. There's not much to come after him. Another remotely speedy delivery from Ralph. So when does he actually decide, is that over to go? And can he give himself a chance?
It looks like he's giving himself a chance here. Ralph's bowling amazing length, smashing the pitch, bowling really fast. Last delivery 88. I think it's going to be hard to get going, but he's given himself a chance. I'd maybe give himself another over or so, but he has to get going to put a good score on the board. There can't be 110 going into like 2 overs to go. Need to give himself a good base, and then the fireworks need to be set off.
Yeah, and they would know as well, that think tank, Stephen Fleming and co, that it's not easy to chase at this ground. 7 of the 9 games won by the team batting first last year. The Super Kings will know, though, they defended 153 here when they bowled out the Yorkers for 60. Many will remember that game. What a game it was. So if they can fight their way to 150 plus, it's competitive with Villoon, Milne, De Silva, Lamba. One run from this over so far.
The score is 98 for 5, or 14 overs. An amazing over there from Ralph, not many off that. I think he was smart, didn't try anything too difficult, ran in, smashed his pitch, hit hard length. He kind of knew the batsmen weren't looking to attack him. Very smart cricket, very smart bowling.
A young and old senior, I should say. Not old. Out enjoying the cricket. A week full of action. Double headers on the weekend. Gonna be fun. And of course, several fans will flock to this part of the country to see that man, Ashwin, when we do get the opportunity to see him. Ravichandran and Ashwin not playing today, but beloved globally, really, by the diaspora. So Matt Short on the attack, gonna go back to Peter Siddle, knowing the importance of this partnership and who's to come. He made that look so easy. Shorthand jab, you could say.
Yeah, it looked like a very, very easy shot there. I was just about to say, there is a little bit of wind in the gap of the stadium we have with the USA flag and the California flag. With this short boundary on the leg side, I think it was a smart decision to go after Peter Siddle. Baseball shot. Stood back in his crease, very powerful guy, shorthand jab, and it sails easily over the rope, which is not a big distance, but it's 6 runs. 94 meters is still a big nudge, mate.
Goes leg side again, and there's that wind assistance. Reminiscent of the baseball days we had at this stadium.
Very similar. Actually pressed forward a little bit. He didn't quite get it, but the boundary's so short, and as we said, them flags, the ball actually was sailing with the direction the flag's blowing. Here we go, Ferreira. This is what you do for a living, mate. It's time for you to get hot. We need to see a 50 or for 20. We need to get your team in a good position, and he started this off over very powerfully and very good.
I promise you at home that wind is blowing. For some reason, every time we ask for it, they're playing with us. But the wind is going to that direction, folks, helping Ferreira hit leg side. Siddle's got the deep point and long off. So does he change now the approach and maybe go wide of off stump, trying to get him to hit offside?
That's the class of Peter Siddle there, under the pump, 2 sixes off the first 2 ball. But what he's been so good at his career is to get that Yorker in, to be brave enough to run up and bowl. Here we go, just quick highlights of the last 2 sixes. That punch shot, and same again, didn't quite get that one, but it sails over fine leg for 6. Peter Siddle smiles, but he did execute the ball after, got a great Yorker in. I think he'd be trying to get a few more Yorkers in against Ferreira right now.
Well done. The fielding has been exemplary from the Unicorns so far.
Karen will be pleased, mate. A diving stop. Outstanding fielding. Brody Couch is an excellent fielder, excellent athlete. I think Ferreira would be very disappointed with that. It was a half volley, it was there to hit, but it's efforts like that in the field that keep your team in the game and add pressure to the betting side. That's what it's all about. Full commitment, excellent fielding, as you said, from the Unicorns today.
I just wonder if Ferreira is planning ahead, and he knows that Ralph has been so difficult. There's that wind direction we speak of, 8 miles per hour. It's helpful to a shorter boundary. Just wonder if he's thinking the Siddle and Couch overs are the ones, and maybe Mudasar later on, those are the ones that I need to target with Ralph bowling well today. He's still got 2. Got to be sensible though. They need him to be there. 113 for 5.
Good finish from Peter Siddle after he got put under the pump, as you can see on the scorecard there. 2 sixes, a dot, and he finished with 3 singles. Good way to finish that over off. We look here, the Unicorns bowling. We've had some excellent bowling here. We've got Hassan, obviously a brave wicket against Faf du Plessis, huge wicket in the context of the game. Brody Couch and Ralph have smashed the pitch hard and be looking to close out this innings in a good way, mate.
With 5 overs left, you think Ralph would definitely bowl his 2, so you need 3. 1 from Couch, 1 from Siddle, maybe. Mudasar does give you the left arm angle, but for now it's going to be, oh no, it was going to be Hassan Khan, but they've gone back to Ralph. Again, Short being aggressive. We saw this with Jason Holder when he bowled the 3rd over of Sunil Narayan in Dallas, trying to get Sherman Hetmeyer's wicket. So Sometimes captains can be on the aggressive, trying to get Ferreira. Corbin Bosch did this role well 3 days ago. Can Ralph do similar and remove him?
Yeah, I think it's a good move from Matt Short and the Unicorns to keep Ralph on. He's the best bowler in this attack. He's the quickest. Here we go on the screen with this variable bounce. Obviously not easy to hit through the ball when you don't know how high or low it is bouncing. It's been hard to come across it, as seen on the screen. The batters who've kept that straight bat and wait for it a little bit longer have made better contact and hit the boundaries. But not easy. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the second innings, if there's much change as the game goes on.
Of course, these pitches were dropped in a couple of days ago, so hopefully as we go on, flatten out a little bit. The bowlers will be happy though that there's something in it for them, especially the way last year went. 3 on the leg side boundary. Left of screen. Just seems to be slightly less well fielded. Hassan Khan almost overran that. Just seems to be slightly less grass covering on it this year. Liam, I don't know if that maybe can explain why there's been a touch of variable bounce.
Yeah, maybe, just maybe how the pitch has been stored or being looked after. But as you said, it wasn't too difficult up top. It was a little bit up and down bounce, but the guys still managed to hit some good boundaries. When we talk about this field, it does snake a little bit. I remember us doing warm-up last year, and when the ball gets flicked to you, a bit like in the outfield there, we've seen the ball does snake, and sometimes you can overrun it. So you've got to keep your eye on the ball all the way into your hands.
For Mulder, the deep mid-wicket comes in, and deep fine leg goes back to join the deep square and long on. Remember, folks, leg side is into the slight wind and longer. Got over so far, and I remember in the power play when Faf du Plessis was batting, after he assessed for the first 2 overs, his boundary options came using his feet, maybe to negate that variable bounce if there was any, getting to it a lot sooner.
Yeah, I think so. He was trying to obviously get to the ball before the ball got to him. That's a strength of him. We've seen him in Dallas do that also. He loves to put pressure on the bowlers, makes them feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he does that, so the next ball you will drop short and he will stay in his crease and he will slap you over the leg side. Very smart batter. He's very experienced and he's successful in what he does.
After that initial heave from Ferreira, he's been quite circumspect in the over.
I think it's smart, obviously, after that first one, when it didn't get up as much as he thought. Let's see Ralph out this over, but he's got another over, I think. I'm just looking at it. He's got one more over, and he's only went for 9 of 2.4. So they can't really just play the singles game against him. They do need to go take him down in that last over. They need to start building momentum here. Ideally, you want to get up to 150, 160 on this wicket. And if you put pressure on the Unicorns in that innings, early doors, it's not going to be an easy total to chase. Excellent bowling from Ralph again there. Slightly over pitch, but it's not easy to hit on this. Be interesting to see how many bouncers have been bowled on this wicket. Maybe they haven't have to bowl bouncers, but sometimes as a bowler with that short boundary, you have to be brave. You have to run in and smash the pitch. A bouncer's a bouncer, and a good bouncer's never easy to hit, even on a ground like this with small boundaries.
Final delivery of the over. What a spell this has been from Harris Ralph. Can he close out the over without conceding a boundary? Yes, he can. Respected by Ferreira, who will now look to target the next 4 overs, or has to at least. 118 for 5. And this was that example, folks, of Faf in the power play. The use of the feet to Mudassar, that was the first one. And as Liam Plunkett said, it is a commonality of his game, and then he stood his ground.
Cognizant Major League Cricket leading run scorers. The VTEX log there for the leading run scorers. Faf du Plessis on that list. Oh, that's gone a long way up. Who wants it? Skipper. Oh dear. Puts it down. They take only one as well. Had a lot of ground to make up from extra cover to get all the way behind the bowler. Done a top job to get there before the other two coming from long on and long off.
Yeah, that was never going to be an easy one, was it, Palmers? He hit it very high. He had to make a lot of ground. Almost got there. The weather won't be aiding him with that catch either. His fingers will be cold.
He'd be disappointed having got there that he didn't keep a hold of it. They set really high standards, these guys, and quite adept at fantastic fielding. Just think back to his piece of fielding in the covers. And having, as I say, once you get there, that's the hard part.
They made some ground there, didn't he? Some extra covers on the 30-yard circle to get to almost mid-on. Got his hand to it, but he was still moving when the ball reached him, which is why the ball fell out of his hands.
Decent strike, skims across the surface and beats long on, goes for 4.
Pummeled, hit it so cleanly. A lot of force behind that ball. When he's on song, he's hard to stop. Donovan Ferreira. There's no chance the long on fielder was getting close to that one.
With things having gone well for the San Francisco Unicorns with ball in hand, what they're after here is a good finish where they don't allow for the bow to break and a flurry of runs, because they'll feel that they have control of the game. Quite obviously the opposite for the Texas Super Kings, and in Ferreira and Mulder, they've got a couple of guys, particularly Donovan Ferreira, who can clear the fence with regularity. There he goes again. Won't clear the fence, but he'll get 4.
Pitch and sink this time. Threw his bat at it. Shot third man in. That's a little bit of a bluff delivery from Couch. Sail past shot third man for 4.
He's striking at 155.5 today, and in a game that's going at under 8, that's going really well. The partnership as well, 32 from 25. But to illustrate his brutality at the back end, in the last 5 overs in Cognizant Major League Cricket, he strikes at 218. And because he hit 6s like that, just flicked onto that leg side, and the boundary's not big enough for him. Donovan Ferreira with 6 more.
It means business now. It's in his arc. You can be sure it's going out of the park. Right up there. He's asking to be punished. Tried the Yorker, perhaps this leg stump Yorker, but missed it by quite a distance and was sent the distance.
Oopsie. That'll be wide. He must bowl that again, and they skip across to add to the wide with the run. It also just gives Mulder a bit of a free hit at the other end. If it's there for him, he can take it on. He tries to, doesn't quite get a hold of it. Finn Allen makes no mistake, coming in from long on, collects the catch with those buckets for hands. They'll be happy with the wicket because the hope is that it'll stall the progress somewhat. But he had to go for a boundary there, Bjorn Mulder.
Yeah, try to swing almost like towards mid-wicket, didn't he? He went straight, probably would have connected it a lot better. A lot of right hand in that shot. A lot of the bottom hand. Finn Allen cleaning up there. Bjorn Mulder has to go for 4 of just 9 deliveries. The Super Kings are 135 for 6.
– 136 for 6. As Peter Siddle will come into the attack, and that wicket will augment the efforts of the San Francisco Unicorns. Falloons come in. Yeah, that's a good result. Oh, they'll be back for a second. Well, they know. Good backing up. Keeper, top job there.
Here's a look at the wicket again. Pace on. Try to hit it more towards wide long on mid-wicket, going straight. So he hit cross the ball. Only to kind of slice the ball into the air. Couch has been effective for the Unicorns. Siddle has gone for just 26 runs. Pommers in 3 overs. Experience just coming to the fore in this Cognizant MLC.
Yep, and hoping to finish particularly well. It's only half a shot. The angle suggested sliding down the leg side. Right, that would have been the thinking of umpire Brathwaite. Oh, yeah, he's checking. Says, I don't think so. And I'd like to see. So we'll have another look.
TV umpire director, we've got an LBW review. It's been given not out on field. It's a fair delivery. We go to front on, please. Okay, the ball goes close to the bat, so we go through to ultra edge to check when any bat involved, please. Roll us through. Roll it through, roll it through. Okay, yeah, there's no bat involved. We can go to ball tracking when it's available, please. Stand by for ball tracking. Coming up now. Original decision's not out. Pitching outside off, impacts in line. Wickets is umpire's call. Reviews retained. You can stay the original decision of not out, Gregory. You're on screen signal now.
Yeah, got it spot on actually. Gregory Brathwaite from Barbados. He bakes a mean banana bread. Just a single.
The umpires have been on point this MLC. Been really, really good, really high quality. They've got almost everything right. It's great to see. Umpires like Gregory and Chris, who's officiating today. The rest of the umpires as well, they've just gotten spot on.
Yeah, a lot of them. That's Gregory Brathwaite. He's from Barbados. I say he bakes a mean banana bread. He likes to cook. Man of many talents. He sings as well. That's Chris Taylor. Loves Liverpool. Shot. Like the shot of a gun. Away it goes for 6. There's a man out there at deep mid-wicket, but could only watch as that sailed over for half a dozen more.
Slapped it. Dismissed it absolutely from his presence. It was there to be hit. Listen to the sound off that bat. That is a beauty. The slower shot ball into the ground. Asking for trouble for a man who's decided to go hammer and tongs. Bought the banana bread, Thomas. I'll believe it when I taste it.
Yeah, don't knock it. Don't you dare knock it.
I'm not knocking it.
I was fortunate enough to get the remnants because everybody had lapped all of it up.
What was it here?
It was when we were in Dallas. He said to us actually when everyone turns up, start of the season, he arrives and everyone's gone, oh hello, have you brought the bread? Is the question, because if he hasn't, they're sending him back.
So the bread is famous then.
Bam! Beautiful Yorker. Siddle winding the clock back. Oh, lovely. Good pace in that as well. At 87 miles an hour.
Absolutely on the money here. Perfect Yorker to dismiss Villiard. And every over, Ferreira seems to be losing a partner. Cross seam, bang. He goes. This man's aging like fine wine. Goes for 1. Super Kings are 145 for 7.
.145 for 7. TSK, they've got 12 more deliveries in their innings. Yeah, Peter Siddle finishing off at the other end, and here's Harris Rauf. Yeah, so Siddle 1 for 34 with 9 dot balls from his 4 overs. Yeah, among seamers are only 2 bowlers over the age of 40 have more wickets than him. Peter Siddle still going. I saw him earlier. Here's Harris Rauf. And I asked how the body was. He says, yeah, not like it used to be before, but still going.
Still going strong, I'd say. And he does a lot of running, doesn't he? How good is that Yorker? Right on the money.
It's the perfect Yorker. If you're asking anyone to bowl a Yorker where you're trying to pitch it, is the popping crease. And that's exactly where it's pitched. Right on there. And you can't get under that. And it crashes into the stumps to boot. Yep, something to celebrate. Brilliant stuff from Peter Siddle. And he just lost his run. Can happen with bowlers. You change ends. It's not quite the same in terms of the terrain. And at various grounds, what you'll get is just as you get onto the actual pitch itself, where it joins off the turf, it could be slightly different, slightly further, slightly closer. There could be a hump, any number of things, and they can put you off your step.
Slower ball, he's been going to that wide slower ball. Wide this time. Yeah, he has been all over, hasn't he? The 8-meter length, the 6-meter length. Not much in the slot, but been everywhere. Pretty much been on the button. The dots are all blue in color, so he hits the corridor of uncertainty. There, he's got a lot of dot balls. We don't say that very often anymore, do we?
Yeah, buy the tickets, folks. You can buy them at tickets.majorleaguecricket.com. Lots of action at Cognizant Major League Cricket. And as you see right there, those who are here having a fantastic time. Absolutely loving being here. We're here in Oakland at the Coliseum. We'll be in Pomona in Los Angeles. And we'll go back to Dallas and then finish off right here. And heaved onto that onside. The over going well so far. Halfway through it, and they're just a couple of runs, no boundaries. That's what he'll be trying to prevent, Haris Rauf.
Yeah, over here, Donovan Ferreira needs to be farming strike a little bit, because the only chance that they can get a 165, 170 perhaps, is if he's on strike.
Yeah, and needs to face them all, if not, you know, most -1 when he's going to go to the other end. I think you do have to absolutely take control.
It's the only chance they have to get to about 165, 170. Don't want them to finish under 160. TSK fans.
Right, 2 balls to go in the over. Ferreira on strike now. Needs to ensure he's on strike for the last over. Probably looking boundary for this one. Oh, it'll take some stopping. Yep, nicely done. Oh, excellent fielding. I reckon he might have his man, you know. This will be significant as an occurrence.
Is he going up or not? Banana bread man's not going up. He seems pretty sure.
Yeah. Good umpire. Let's have a look just how good.
He looks like he might have just been in. More than just in, to be honest. Yeah, good call.
Good eyes.
Good call.
My goodness.
Sharp, those eyes are brilliant.
Brathwaite's been eating his carrots.
Might make a good carrot cake as well.
Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, big problem there, ending up at the non-strikers. It's 150 for 7. Some Unicorns fans happy with the dot ball, rightly so. Haris Rauf done 4 overs, none for 16. Miserly in the way he went about things. Yeah, look at the Lexus points table. Knight Riders up at the top, 2 out of 2. Happy days for them. They've generally spent their time in the basement when it comes to this tournament, so that's a fantastic start for them. Passed over. Half a shout. Importantly, it's just 1 delivery and Pereira's on strike, and we expect he'll try and take all 5 of these remaining ones.
Yeah, 5 balls. Have to get as many as possible. Couple of sixes, couple of boundaries. Should do the trick for them.
Yeah, you're looking for sixes. 2 sixes and 2 fours and 4 sixes today. Again, his sixes outnumber his fours. In his career, 197 sixes versus 191 fours. And only 11 other players with 100+ sixes have more sixes than fours. Oh, up it goes, straight up in the air. Peter Siddle makes no mistake. Oh dear. They were desperate for him to strike some out the ground. I said significant a moment when it was close with the run out. This too. This time it gets rid of him, and potentially he could have hit a few more out the ground.
He certainly could have. A quick arm action, probably didn't pick the cutter there from Ghulam Mudassir. He's on the money. The intensity has been great. And Peter Siddle taking a reverse cup catch just to negate any of the overspin that's there on that ball there. Donovan Ferreira tried to save the blues that the TSK teams were facing. Goes to 45. Kings are 151 for 8.
$151 for 8. Little nudge will get one. We'll try to finish off. They'll be back for 2. Oh dear, oh no! He's missed it. They'll be back for a 3rd. Excellent running. Oh man, you don't need that. Didn't need the shy. Didn't need the lapse in terms of not keeping the eye on the ball, and they've ended up with 3.
Yeah, lapse of judgment from everyone. A fielder fielding at point, a fielder at long on. Unnecessary. That's 3 more of TSK.
It's good hustling with the running. First overthrows of the tournament. This is a look at the dismissal of Ferreira. Wanted to send that across the bay.
Okay. Not for the lack of trying. When he hits them, they stay hit. Milne.
Nicely bowled, though. Hustle, but just one. Oh, dug out. Good delivery from Mudassir. Run for just 5 and got that big wicket. Humongous wicket off Ferreira. Yeah, having a nice time. Just the one delivery to go then in this Texas Super Kings innings. Nice, really well done. Goes all the way for 6. De Silva with just the finish there to liked. 161 for 8 is where they end up. Ghulam Mudassir with his best figures in Cognizant MLC.
Yeah, just where TSK would want to be. 161 after the way they batted. You give them a little bit of reprieve and release. Give them something to defend on this track. They'll have to bowl really well. But the Unicorns have done themselves proud here. They've bowled exceptionally well, hit the right areas, gotten wickets at regular intervals. TSK, once again, that middle order has just refused to get off the blocks this season. They leave too much to the likes of Ferreira at the back end and too much at the top. That's dependent on Faf du Plessis.
Yeah, good fighting on really after the openers, Mukamala and Duplessis. It was just Ferreira with 45 from 28. It gets them to 161. I must say that they've defended 153 before. That was last season against the Orcas. Top bowling all the way down. As you look at that, you're quite happy with the potency and also the economy in general. And 48 off the last 5 overs for 3 wickets. Maybe just a little bit more than they would have liked, especially having taken all the wickets. That have hoped that they'd have kept things a little quieter. Downstairs now to Aman Patel.
Here with Brody Couch. First, want to start up with the score 161. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think the innings there ebbed and flowed a bit. Took a couple of early wickets there, and then obviously Donovan got off to a flyer. So I think it's pretty even at the moment. It'd be interesting to see what happens later on.
Yeah, 2 wickets for yourself. What went right for you out on the wicket?
I think just holding the top of the stumps as long as we could. There's a bit of variable bounce there. So yeah, being pretty simple with our plans. Yeah, it's paid off a little bit, but as I said, Donovan got off to a little bit of a flyer there, so it makes it interesting.
Yeah, and we have a special video for you. Just take a look at the big board for me. To give me your reaction to this. So second wicket here, first wicket that you took here. Nicely done around the legs, and now this part. I think you'll enjoy this.
Yeah, she loves it. I'm glad she's made it over. That's awesome.
Well, go well in the second innings, mate.
No worries, thank you.
So, the home side, the San Francisco Unicorns, must get to 162 if they're to begin with a win here at home for this season. We'll see how that chase goes in just a little bit.
Welcome back to the opening night of the Oakland leg, the first Oakland leg, that is, of Cognizant Major League Cricket Season 4, and it's the Texas Super Kings taking on the hometown San Francisco Unicorns here. We saw, as we heard, a topsy-turvy innings that ebbed and flowed with 3 good contributions from du Plessis, Mukamala and Donovan Ferreira. Let's get a look at the very best of the highlights, as it started really with the bat dominating the ball. Faf du Plessis, he plundered 5 boundaries altogether, and Saiteja Mukamala finally got going with an innings of 36, 4 boundaries in total for him. There was some good ball striking right from the off after a cautious start, but the power play on the whole certainly belonged to Texas Super Kings, but then there was some spectacular fielding from the hometown side that started to change the game.
Catches win matches, mate. Absolutely. The guys, 2 back-to-back. Finn Allen in the deep, outstanding Superman catch, and obviously Matt Shaw, 2 pieces of great fielding with the caught on board, and then that super run-out, mate, which changed the game. Mukamala looked good, and now she got caught there, but it was a squeeze in that middle period. As to your point, they started off really well. The pitch was a bit of variable bounce, hard to get going, but it was such a good squeeze from Ralph and the boys and the ballers there.
And it made Donovan Ferreira's innings all the more impressive and important. Could be game-changing. 45 off 28 with 4 sixes and 2 fours. Did have a life. Very tough chance put down by Matt Shorts. Maybe the only blot on the copybook of the Unicorns and their return here to the Coliseum. Apart from that, they were perfect, and Finn Allen in particular caught ever so well. Bartis Miljoen was more than a touch frustrated with that one. And in Donovan Ferreira's innings, it ended after bowling of Gula Madasser. But with a maximum of the final ball, they powered up to 161 for 8, which on the whole, you might reckon could be a competitive score.
Yeah, I think so, mate. We've seen if you smash that pitch hard, the bounce is a little bit variable, so it's hard to go across the ball with them cross-bat shots. Early, give yourself a chance here, mate. The bounces are so small. The best chance you've got as a batsman, play the long game. If the ball's there, obviously smack it, but get yourself in a partnership with your fellow batsman.
In many ways, the pick of the attack was the man who was wicketless, Haris Rauf, going for just 16 off his 4 overs. Exceptional from the Pakistani fast bowler. Well, he certainly is an icon of South African world cricket and indeed Major League Cricket. There's no doubt about that. One of the real stars of Cognizant MLC Season 4. Let's hear more about the main man himself, the captain of the Texas Super Kings. It's Faf du Plessis.
I think if you want to play at the top level, you have to do the things that you've always done. You don't have to be in unbelievable physical condition, everyone, because everyone is different. But it has always been something that's important to me, is being healthy, being fit, training hard, looking after my body, looking after recovery, you know, ticking all the boxes. So it's always been something that I've done. And I haven't taken a backward step when it comes to where I am now in my career when I started competition. I don't start it with the feeling of I just want to be okay, and I still want to contribute to the best that I can. I still have the same goals where I want to be the top 3 run scorers in the competition. It's a standard I have for myself, so that never goes away. When I was 37, like I thought, you know, back end of my career, we'd probably do maybe 2 more years at that stage, because you're trying to put a date to it and you try and have this when you think it's going to happen. But then because I'm still active and I'm still moving well and I'm still playing well, then you go, okay, let me assess it year by year. So for me, it's the same thing now. I look at it from 3 perspectives. What's my body telling me? Can I still do what I need to do out there? Is my eyes still picking up the ball as well as I should? Am I mentally still up for it? That's a big thing, because traveling and being away from family, Are you still motivated and desire to do that? And yeah, is your performance still good enough? If you tick all those 3 boxes, then I keep pushing and playing. But I'm sure at some stage, 1 or 2 or all 3 of those boxes will be not ticked, and then it'll be a case for, okay, now I feel like now's the right time. Every year when I come to the Major League, it's around my birthday. So this year I'll be turning 42. So hopefully there's another stat that we can throw in to the equation when we see each other again.
Oh, what a charismatic man he is, and a real true icon of both our game and indeed Cognizant Major League Cricket. Now I think we've got a really competitive game in our hands. The San Francisco Unicorns at least know what they need to get. They're going to need 162 to start this Oakland leg with a victory. Can they do it? Find out very shortly with us. Welcome back to the West Coast. We're here in the beautiful bay of San Francisco at the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum for match number 8 of Cognizant MLC Season 4. And it's the hometown San Francisco Unicorns who have to hunt down the total made by these men, the men in yellow, in a special moment for Abhimanyu Lama. Handed over his playing cap for the first time by Faf du Plessis, someone who's come through the minor league cricket ranks playing with the St. Louis Americans. He's already had a hat-trick in minor league cricket as well, and we'll see him with his right arm seamers later on. May well have to bowl to Lahandre Pretorius and Finn Allen if they get going. This opening partnership in the Lexus Powerplay is going to be crucial. As you can see from a bit of the body language of the players, it's fresh, it's chilly. It's probably about 55 degrees Fahrenheit, 13 or 14 Celsius. But if Finn Allen does anything like what he did on the opening match, the opening cricket match that was in Oakland Coliseum history last year, this game would be over in a hurry. He made 151. At that time, the MLC record, it's been since broken by his skipper. He'll open the batting with Lahandre Pretorius. And it's going to be Abhimanyu Lamba who will be handed the new ball, so an immediate debut and thrown straight into action. And I've got an expert with, well, sometimes the new ball, but mainly the ball in the middle overs. Liam Plunkett alongside me. Liam, a special moment here for of Emmanuel Lamba, he's going to be opening the bowling.
Absolutely. What a place to open the ball in. What a place to make a debut. To your point, I think he got a hat-trick in the minor league for representing the Kingsmen. But he's up against a challenge here in terms of Pretorius and also Finn Allen. This was his fortress last year. To your point here, he's not going to break any records. Maybe the quickest 50 we've ever seen. But it's going to be a tough ask, but what an exciting debut to bowl against these two players who are in some good form. Pretorius is coming off some good runs down in Texas, and Allen can turn it on whenever he pleases. Hopefully we'll see that today, and we'll see a tough chase. 162 is a tricky chase on here with a bit of burial bounce, so let's see how this starts for us.
First ball in MLC cricket for Lamba, and oh, it is swung wildly. Ferreira does well to make sure it's not 5 wides. That's gone like a banana.
Let's see if this come back on the screen here, mate. Big looper, big hooper. Was an express, but obviously big swing at 120k. I think that was big swing, but also a bit of nerves. It came out of the hand a little bit wide to start with, and then it just kept on going, but great keeping by Ferreira.
Again, significant movement on offer and 2 wide outside the off stump. For the second time in 2 balls, the arms are extended from umpire Brathwaite. Just a few nerves here and significant movement early.
Yeah, as to be expected. It is obviously you're bowling against some serious batsmen here under a bit of pressure. Not too many runs to play with. Hopefully he settles in here, finds his lining length. It is swinging, but just starting off a little bit wide to the left-hander. Hopefully he can zone in here and obviously make the batsman play.
Then the leg side flicked away, good stop. That's an excellent hand. And Viljoen gets his body down to help out his fast bowling colleague. That's 3 runs saved.
As a bowler, you're saying, please, please, please stop that. Down the leg side, a little flick. But the big guy at short fine leg with a hand, obviously that keeps the pressure on the batsman. No boundaries today, a couple of wides, and that is an important stop. That stop might give Lamba a bit of confidence. You don't want a boundary too early on in that first over. Again, let's get his line in length here. Maybe it's a little bit different to Finn Allen. Maybe put pressure on. Let's try and attack them stumps with a little bit of movement, and the variable bounce will put Finn Allen under some pressure here.
Right off the toe of the bats. Yeah, he's moved across to the United States of America about 4 years ago now. Been plying his trade in minor league cricket, given his chance up in the big leagues. Did play for India under-19s all the way back in 2013. Touring both Sri Lanka and Australia, and was then playing some List A crickets in the domestic competitions in India. Vijay Hazare Trophy for Rajasthan, but emigrated permanently over to St. Louis in 2022. Now in the yellow of Texas. That minor league structure, something you played quite a lot in as well, Liam,
yeah.
Isn't it? Crucial.
It is. You want a good competition. When I first came across, I didn't know what the standard would be like. There's very good players in there. People from all over the world come in who've moved over here from India, Pakistan, the UK and South Africa. And I think the players execute some really good skills. It was just in terms of like, do the facilities match up to that? And I think we're going to get there. Also, we moved from AstroTurf to also to grass on the East Coast, so hopefully that's going to help bowlers and batters become better with that surface.
Oh, beauty. So nearly. It's the top of off, and Lamba nearly had a maiden MLC wicket on his debut. How's this missed?
Yeah, it looked like that bit of bounce as well, right? That bit of variable bounce. It's going to come up on the screen here. A good delivery. He's found his line of length here. It actually moved. It looked like it nipped back in, and Pretorius played down the wrong line. But that's the line of length you should be digging in. A bit like Ralph in that first innings. Attack that hard length, mix-ups, cross seam, wobble seam, and let the pitch do the work for you.
You're just touching a bit more on minor league, 26 teams all the way across the country. You think of the main cricketing hubs in American cricket, New York and New Jersey, very strong. Philadelphia, you played quite a bit there too. North Carolina, Atlanta, Texas, and then out here in the West Coast.
I think also for the youngsters come through, you play in a minor league team and you're playing with overseas players who've played around the world franchise cricket. So that might be the first eye-opener for these youngsters to play with big names. So when they do step up to Major League, they've played with some good quality cricketers.
Finds the gap. It's a packed offside field. 6 fielders over on that side, but good running will get them back for 2. And there's certainly been the discovery of lots of talent as well across the country. And I think Major League is giving these young players coming through a realistic opportunity now and a belief they could go on and be professional cricketers.
I think the first year or two, a lot of the youngsters would have trained with the squads, would have picked the brains of the mentors, the coaches, your Pontins, your Bravo. And then as we've moved along through the last 3 years, they've been given more opportunity and they've stood up and performed. Agarkar last year, outstanding. Sanjay Krishnamurthy, outstanding.
Can't beat the cover fielder, and it makes it 6 off Lamba's first over in MLC. It's 6 for none. Yeah, without that pathway, it's not an established cricketing nation in terms of a historical element. I know there was a lot of cricket here in the 19th century, but it's not like England or India or South Africa, Australia, with the club system that's been around for decades and decades before.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it started, what, 4 years ago? There's a lot of club cricketers here. I knew a lot of people when I was playing in the Bangladesh Premier League. They would come over and play on weekends here. Sorry, they'd come across for the summer and play, and I didn't know cricket was like that here.
So it's been about building a platform and then a sort of a pyramid structure almost up to the very best of the best in America.
100%, mate. I think there's a lot of talent here, and as I said earlier, hopefully the facilities keep matching up to that. Hopefully this is the start. It built from the last 4 years, and we can see where we are now in this beautiful Coliseum and the best cricketers in the world playing. But to your point, minor league is a great breeding ground that's producing some really good talent.
Adam Milne will open the bowling, the Bay Area end of the ground. Kiwi. Yeah, I think it's so critical that we don't just expose new fans to the sport, although I think there might be an Australian football fan there on the right, and very energetic new boxing/cricket fan.
Yeah, I'm not sure what his sport he's watching there, but it's just great to see the energy, and they're watching the game. They're watching this beautiful game.
Driven down the ground to the largest pocket, they'll pick up single. Talk about the importance of developing facilities. This is where we're off to next. Heading to Pomona in Southern California, just outside the city of Los Angeles, where the Knight Riders are building their brand new venue. I've got to say, Liam, I was there on Monday. It strikes me as one of the most beautiful grounds you could ever imagine. San Bernardino Valley there, and the hills to the right that were snow-capped up to as recently as May. Not that far from the Joshua Tree National Park, and also, crucially, the host of LA 28, the return of cricket to the Olympics after more than a century. For the first time, it's going to be here in America. But before that, Major League Cricket goes there. How exciting is that? This year, next week, 1st of July, let's get it on.
Mate, you were there a few days ago and you said it was such a beautiful venue, and that's the first time I've really seen it put together with what's on the screen there. I'm so excited to get there. Playing cricket in LA, home of the Lakers, one of the biggest ever franchises, and we get to go there next week and watch Major League Cricket. I'm so pumped for it, mate.
And yeah, from the 1st to the 5th of July, it's going to be the first time ever that we're going to have cricket at that ground. You can get those tickets, come and be a part of it, witness history, tickets.majorleaguecricket.com. And I promise you, it's going to be something special. It really is. So we've got MLC there this year, next year too, and then the Olympics, LA 28. This is the home of big-time sports, the United States of America.
That's why we're here, mate. That's why we're here. But right now here we're in the Coliseum. We're going to go to LA and we're excited to be involved in that. But look at this place here, Oakland Coliseum, with the fans coming here to watch the home team SFU against the Texas Super Kings.
Playing with a very straight bat. You can see that both Allen and Pretorius will have learnt from that first innings, but so too will have the bowlers, and they're keeping and holding their lengths really well.
Yeah, if you're a fast bowler, you're going to copy and paste what Harris Ralph did there. But also, the batsmen, as you said, have seen what's happened in that first innings. They're going to give themselves a little bit of a chance here. They're going to hit the width, anything full, anything short. Going to give themselves a little bit of chance with that straight bat, but I'm sure we're going to see some fireworks soon, especially with these two at the crease, with Allen, who's very, very dangerous.
Come on, quick.
Nicely guided into the offside, not quite going to get to the rope. Good tumbling stop from De Silva, who's been doing everything with 100% effort in his maiden MLC season. It's 11 for none.
Very impressed with him in terms of the energy and the effort he puts in. His bowling, but also in the field. We've seen him in Texas. Very athletic, dives around. But that wins matches. You don't think about, especially a short total and a short boundary. That's what you want from your fast bowlers, your cricketers, to dive and to stop, to keep you in the game as long as possible, to keep the pressure on the batsman.
Yeah, I think they've really picked up someone special here in the shape of the former Sri Lankan under-19, Amshi De Silva. Quite often players might come across a little bit like you did, Liam, I hope you don't mind me saying, towards the end of their career for a new opportunity, a second chance. De Silva's a bit different. He's still just 24 years of age, and I think they've picked up someone who has a huge amount of potential to get better and better and improve his cricket here in America, bat, ball and in the field. And he's got him, knocks him over, and isn't he pumped up? Cleans him up, all ends up, and Allen, the hero with that 151 at this venue on the opening day last year, has to go.
I think Faf would have said to Silva, run up and smash the pitch with full conviction, exactly what he did. Seam up, top of off stump. Cross bat, as we mentioned earlier, maybe Allen thought the ball was going to bounce a little bit higher. That's an excellent start after the energy he just given the field to come and take that ball, run up, smash the pitch, 84 miles an hour to take the wicket of Finn Allen. Finn Allen goes for 3 runs off 6, and the Unicorns lose their first wicket for 11 runs.
Captain will come to the crease, Matt Shorts. Number 3. Tall and elegant and languid in his style. Big moment here. Perfect length. Just back of a length. You talk about hitting the top of off as any kind of a bowler. You're not going to go too far wrong.
Beautiful. A bit of a wobble seam. I think he held the seam straight up, but he just came out a little bit of an angle, but actually nipped off the seam a tiny bit, top of off stump, what the bowling coach asked for, always asked for. Pull your arm down, pull the chain, hit top of off stump. Beautiful bowling.
And this time he's pumped out of the ground. Probably only a fraction of difference from the wicket. That's how small the margins are, particularly when you're bowling against Short, who hits his first ball all the way for 6.
That's when you back your ability, you back your shots, especially after the ball before maybe didn't get up. Banged in short, good pace, but that's bread and butter for Matt Short, who's one of the best in the world at picking you up off your leg and sending you into the Auckland Coliseum stands.
Well, as his name would suggest, he's very good on that short ball. He really is. The hometown fans, they love it. Skipper needs to step up. He did in the field in a big way. Marvellous catch off his own bowling and a brilliant run out. The run out of Cognizant MLC Season 4, an all-timer in fact. And that's good batting. Pounces on the length early, as we see a remitly speedy delivery up at 87 miles an hour. De Silva is loving every second of this MLC debut season.
Yeah, I've not seen too much of him apart from the Major League here. Some clips of him playing, but he looks outstanding, mate. Full of energy. That's all you want as a fast bowler, especially young. He's going to learn, he's going to make mistakes, but the ability to come here, smash the pitch from ball one against some of the best batsmen in the world, take that crucial wicket, has been outstanding. Lovely start.
Definitely keeping a little lower than Grand Prairie, and the batters have to make that adjustment, don't they?
Yeah, but you still, yeah, I totally agree. And you have to think about, you still have to hit your shots.
Just see Albie Morkel there with the towel over his face. I was talking to him up in Texas before the start of the season, and I was asking him about some of the new domestic players that had come in. He specifically name-checked Amshi De Silva, and he said there's a huge amount to like about him. He said he's an all-round very good athlete, not just in terms of cricket, but it's his attitude that he called out in particular. Infectious will and want to improve and get better. Tender age of 24 and all those assets, one to watch for the future.
100%, and not forget the guys that come across from Sri Lanka, the biggest smiles on the face, and they want to play cricket. But yeah, infectious, we said in the field, fun of energy. Another remitly speedy delivery, 86 miles an hour, 138k per hour. A little bit wide, but he got away with it. A dot ball.
Oh, that's special. And he is special. It's an old-fashioned home run for the Oakland A's. Think a maximum 6 now for the Unicorns. It belongs to Alejandro Pretorius. It's 24 for 1.
Oh, the old slugger, mate. This is a beautiful shot. Back of the length. And that soon changes that over. It was actually not a bad over, but 2 great shots from Matt Short, who pulled in for 6, and also Pretorius, who hit 79 metres, slugger lefty, straight over wide, long on. What a cracking shot.
Milne's going to bowl consecutive overs here from this end. Very economical. Been a really good contest this evening. I think the bowlers will be glad that they've, after all of the hammerings that they took up in Grand Prairie in week 1, I think they'll be glad that they've got something to work with here in our second leg.
It's funny, the mindset of a bowler, because when you're at Texas and it's flat, sometimes you expect to go for the odd boundary. But when you're playing a wicket like this, and you're not expected to go for too many runs, there's sometimes more pressure on the bowler. So Milne, such an expert here, he played a lot of cricket.
Just ask you about this maximum. Did you ever think you'd see a day with cricket at an American sporting venue as iconic as this? You live here, you know the American sport so well. It's truly special.
No, it's crazy, isn't it, to think about where we are right now, one of the most iconic stadiums in America, home of some of the biggest franchises that have played different sports in America. And now you look at this, look at this from the drone, what's up there, and how amazing this looks. It could be anywhere in the world, but not. We're here, mate. It's an ex-baseball stadium, now a soccer stadium, and I think it's Auckland Roots that play here. But yeah, what a beautiful view there, beautiful graphic.
And thanks to cricket, it's still a ballpark. And I think that's really important. There's such a incredible legacy of this venue, and I love. Now, has this carried Faf du Plessis? In fact, it's Saiteja Mukamala, isn't it? Both the captain and fielder don't seem to think so. Did it come just short of him?
Yeah, just under. Didn't quite get it. It was a good effort. Sometimes it's hard to judge that, and it did get grounded. I think it's, yeah, just a bit of a bounce before. But that's the length to bowl on here. I think you're a little bit short, these guys will pick you up, but that full length hitting top of the stumps, old school cricket, it does the job here. It's hard to hit, keep putting the pressure, making them swing across the line. We want some strikes here, mate. We need some castles getting knocked over, line in lengths, heavy length, straight as a die.
Good looking shot down the ground, gets it straight. It's the longest boundary, not quite going to get there. Good tumbling stop will keep it to a couple.
We've seen some good fielding here today. Mulder put his body on the line. It was a nice shot, didn't quite get hold of it. Bit of a not quite the middle of the bat. The outfield is snaky, it doesn't run too quick. Thankfully it doesn't as a bowler because it'd be an absolute nightmare, but that's outstanding fielding, claws it back and saves his team some runs.
Yeah, you're getting really good reward for your aerial strokes here. Those actually along the ground that can tend to hold up, particularly down to this end. Big pockets up towards mid-off and mid-on, but the fielders have been excellent this evening. From both sides, and another challenge in the deep. Another great effort. I'm not sure whether or not there might have been a bit of contact with the rope. We'll probably go upstairs to have a look, but the commitment from every fielder, including Milan Kumar, has been very impressive. Let's hope he hasn't done himself any kind of a nuisance.
It'd be interesting to see. Here we just see the fielding here by Milan Kumar. Full strength, full stretch again. Gets a great hand on it. I don't know if it's his knee that got stuck here, his wrist that got stuck. I think he's okay there. What I've been impressed with today, and especially if you're a baseball fan, if you've come here for the ballpark for the first time, is the fielding. We don't use gloves, I get it, but also the runouts, the catches, people put the bodies on the line. To see what baseball fans would think of the fielding in cricket, I think they'd be very impressed, mate.
Yeah, I think there's no doubt. And none of us here at Major League Cricket are ever saying that we don't love baseball. We love bat and ball sports, but the two complement each other really nicely. I was at the San Francisco Giants game last night across there on the other side of the bay, and we saw the rarest of things, a simple fly ball dropped with a glove. And that very, very rarely happens. You call it an error, of course, and I think he saved a run here, but the only problem is he might have done himself some real damage. He looks in serious pain. Let's hope he's going to be okay. You could just see here, it's the moment of his right wrist jarring in the turf there that's going to be causing a nuisance. Let's hope Milan Kumar's okay. That will be given as a wide after a think from Chris Taylor. I think that's the right decision, well outside even not just the guideline but maybe even the return crease.
It is. Look at here. Change your feet here. I'm not seeing Matt Short do a lot of this, to be honest with you, Lenny. When I played with him the last few years, he never needed to do it, so maybe this is a new shot he's learned playing in the subcontinent.
Just one last touch on baseball last night, Liam. The quality of throwing is absolutely staggering. I think that's somewhere where cricket could learn in a big way from the throwing in the deep from the fielders. Truly phenomenal as this one's punched down the ground. Ian Mulder will run around to cut it off from getting to the ropes. So 2 more runs to the total. Well, it's been an interesting start, and the game hangs nicely in the balance. 33 for 1.
Yeah, definitely.
$33 for 1. A similar stage, they were 36 without loss to Texas Super Kings. And what an impressive prospect Ashmi De Silva has been in 2026. Here he is again. He's done it again. Fuck du Plessis, you're not human. Year after year, he produces spectacles.
Pretorius dumbfounded, but I think Faf du Plessis just psyched himself out a bit over there. Can't even believe that stunner he took. Might have hit a little bit hard, but that's something he's going to be replaying in his mind for years to come, I'm sure.
He took a stunner last season, a worldie, as you'd say in football sometimes. He's done it again, folks. This man is getting better with age. We've never seen this before. And Pretorius is in shock. Everyone else is in shock. Except Faf. He's used to this by now. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Want to know how to stun a unicorn? That. I think he's hurt himself in the process, Faf. 33 for 2. Yeah, physio busy today. Hope Faf is okay. Of course, dealing with the back spasms that ruled him out of the last game. Connor Esterhazen into his second game, got 20 against the Super Kings in Dallas.
Yeah, only 2 games under his belt so far, but sure, when he comes onto the crease, he wants to make a big impact. Speaking of impact, absolute spectacle from Faf du Plessis, leading from the front, as always, flying in the air, just creating new moments whenever he can, wherever he can.
Literally, it feels like deja vu. He took an absolute worldie last year at this ground. He knows it again. Never really seen him celebrate. He even knew it was impressive. I really hope he's okay. And they'll miss his leadership on the field as well, decision making. So over to Donovan Ferreira, who's currently behind the stumps. Ashley De Silva, more wickets. Another first ball strike. Got Finn Allen first ball, now he's got Pretorius first ball, so removing both the openers. I was thinking, Anika, it must be really hard to catch here. It's like 15 degrees Celsius, folks. It's freezing.
Yeah, I'm sure coming over from Texas, where it was just 90 degrees for those people who deal in Fahrenheit's quite hot in Texas, and coming over here is quite a change.
Misfield. Boundaries have been so difficult in terms of on the ground to come by. I think it's the subfielder on. Smith Patel.
Yeah, I think a big difference from Texas now over to Oakland is those boundary riders obviously really have to work wherever they go, but here they're more in the running, kind of like there's an increased chance of what they're going to do when they're on the boundary. It's hard to get an odd boundary here, so wouldn't be happy from Patel, but I'm sure the batter's going to be very happy with that.
Making a good sound off his bat. .32 catches now after the age of 40 years old for Faf du Plessis. This one should count as 10. Best was Luandro Pretorius' reaction. He could not believe it. Give him another one. He is a young Texas star with extreme pace. He stunned this home crowd in our first game at the Oakland Coliseum.
Talking about impact, just watch Faf du Plessis lead from the front, and the young gun just going absolutely in. Bull De Silva, four runs, 3 balls so far.
Sanjay Krishnamurti, hometown hero from East Bay here in San Francisco. California, correction. We'll have a big support for him. Big day for him as well, returning to the Coliseum. But Ashley De Silva, what a spell this has been. There's a deep third and a deep square to start for Krishnamurti, who's been quite aggressive himself against the pace this season.
Yeah, speaking of hometown hero, Sanjay Krishnamurti. Crowd goes absolutely wild for him. So much pride seeing him on the crease as a Bay Area native as well. Nikki, I don't know if you know, but kind of in Santa Clara and places around here, I grew up playing cricket and seeing Sanjay Krishnamurti just practicing right next to me.
And he's here because of that wicket. This will do well to get to the boundary, hence the chase is on. Oh my goodness, hope Trump is okay on a sub. He dived and stopped. 39 for 3.
Under the lights here, Oakland Coliseum. It's a bit chilly, but San Francisco Unicorns, 39 for 3 so far in 5 overs.
Three down early. This is exactly what the Super Kings would have wanted. Fought their way from 96 for 5 to 161. Low order again chipping in. And now have 3 scalps early. Here's Hardest Balloon. Good start in terms of length. Let's go down to Aman Patel.
We know we have the San Francisco Unicorns in town, but how about this? We got a new set of fans, the San Francisco Unicorns. And I tell you what, they said they need an extra bowler. So I said, you know what, give me the gear. I'm in, I'm ready to go here in the Oakland Coliseum. But okay, this costume in and of itself, tell me all about it because I love this.
So I've been a cricket fan for a long time. Really wanted to be able to come out here to see a major league game. Wanted to invite all my friends here. They're now at their second game here. I think I've made a few converts. And I told them our team color is orange, and a couple of my friends here were like, "Oh, we've got these cone costumes, we've got these hats and these blazers. What if we use them?" And I thought, yeah, let's go for it. And so that's where the whole unicorn thing started. So we're having a really good time. Hopefully we can get out another win. We saw a win last year, so we're hoping for it again.
So you brought them here last year. It was their first game, y'all's first major league game in the Coliseum. Liked it so much to come back?
Yeah, absolutely. And we're actually going to be here for the final as well next month. So we're really excited, and we're hoping to have a great time here today and next time as well.
Hey, Aman, I hope you can hear me, brother. I need to ask you something. I love the new wear. I think we need to replace that hat with a candle because you're not telling us what you celebrated yesterday. Tell the world what happened yesterday.
Nikhil, Yesterday was my 23rd birthday, and I'm happy to celebrate now. First day after being 23, I'm part of the Unicorns, and no better way to turn 23, and no better way than to see some of these shots that we're seeing.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you very much. Lastly, about these shirts, you said you're back for the final. What have you loved about seeing cricket in the Bay?
It's just, for me personally, I've been a fan since I was a little kid. So for me, it's just so special to be able to see it so close to where I grew up and being able to just drive up to a game. So far, it's been like you have to travel internationally or like somewhere else entirely. And it's so wonderful to me to get so many friends of mine into this game and that I love so much. It's been so special. So that's the best part of it.
Well, keep bringing these out. We'll see you every game. The Unicorns supporting the Unicorns and supporting more shots like this. 6 down the ground, and that'll get the Unicorns going. Back to you guys upstairs.
Amidst all the chaos, Matt Short has stood tall.
Yeah, you're funny there, Nikki. Another captain just leading from the front. 70 meters, that's 230 feet over the ropes, and that's exactly what the Orcas would like in this game right now.
Thought that was a good pun, Anika. Didn't even need to say pun intended. Over the infield, that man at mid-off was up, so been just manipulation of the field as the 50 comes up. 53 for 3.
Yeah, the crowd loves it. Always going to be celebrating for a boundary, especially if it's off of the captain's bat in this way. Beautifully, just over the covers. Not a chance of anyone getting in the way of that.
They were rocked by the pace early, the Unicorns, but a bit of a recovery to end the Lexus power play. 5 runs ahead of where the Super Kings were. But the Super Kings, of course, didn't lose a wicket, so that's integral, although they stuttered towards the middle when they lost Faf. Bian Mulder's going to come into the attack. Mainly bowled in the middle overs, yet to take a wicket this year. Has bowled in each game. Faf du Plessis, remember, is not on the field, so Ferreira behind the stumps, skippery, and 5 feeters allowed outside that circle. Nico, we know keepers have good hands, so I want you to tell me which of these 2 catches impressed you more. We're going back to 2025 here at the Coliseum. It really makes it look easy. Look at that. Almost the identical catch taken at mid-off. It was Milne bowling. Must be a plane, not a human. Then we jump to 2026 post that.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm more impressed by. The fact that just getting older with age, he's just outdoing himself each time, or it's almost identical and doing it twice in the second time. I think that's why it would be my favorite. It's so difficult to do it once, but he's just proving how legendary he is and just doing it twice.
I think I like the second one more. You know why? The smile. Love to see the smile. Faf. And the little celebration. Doesn't usually celebrate much. Imagine he's 41, Anika, and Aman has just turned 23. Wow.
Cricket's just bringing people of all age to the same sport, but Super Kings 161 for 8 so far. And SFU at 55 for 3 so far. These are the 3 wickets that we've seen all come out of Amshi Silva's hand. Absolute stunners, and nonetheless, no less of any celebration out of this young man right here. He's pumped up every single time and bringing all the heat he can to this pitch.
Yeah, from Richmond College in Sri Lanka, just 24 years old, born in Gaul. Will not get to the boundary. There he is again, and in 1 year, folks. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Amshi de Silva, what can't you do? Is that a direct hit from the boundary?
To the umpire director, we've got a run out. Start with your best angle, please. Okay, thank you. Batter's well short of his ground, stumps are broken. I've got the decision to the big screen.
Just gonna say, in 1 year's time, he's eligible to play for the USA. They'd wish it was tomorrow. Not only does he bowl wheels, he can also run with wheels. Oh my goodness. That is special. Gone for 4, it's 56 for 4. Unicorns in trouble. It's been a quiet start to the season for Hassan Khan with bat in hand. I'm still in shock. I can't get over what we're seeing in the field. Unicorns were decent with their catching, but Super Kings have been unbelievable. What a start as well. 56 for 4.
There's a man we're seeing. He's in yellow today, but it looks like he's just made of gold. He can do absolutely nothing wrong, the youngster. If he's not in the bowling attack, he's repping in from the field, and everything is going right for the Super Kings right now. Unicorns at 56 for 7, 4 for 4. 56 for 4 in 7 overs.
$56 for 4 after 7. We've had history all over, folks. Runouts from the boundary, catches. A 19-year-old calling a 24-year-old a youngster. Aman is 23. I'm old. I'm just old here. I'm old. Got a better one for you, Anik. I heard the Silva turning to goal. M. Pomalelo and Bang was at the back of the box. He said, he's not the Silva, he's the gold.
I think that was better than your Matthew Short is tall joke earlier, Nikki.
I said he stood tall. You have to say it with that vigor.
My vote goes to Pommy. I think you lost this round.
Younger folk are not as wise as the older folk. Here's Abhimanyu Lamba, sorry. There'll be a change of ends for him as well, the debutant from Rajasthan in India. Don't hit the ball to De Silva.
The gold, just showing off his magic here one more time. Such a hard view. You're aiming at one stump, rolling and tumbling to stop that ball from going to the boundary. Just 10 out of 10 work there by the youngster. And yes, he is young, though I am 19. Great talent.
There's a Play of the Day award at the end of the day. What gets it, Faf or De Silva? Texas Super Kings started with Ferreira, the captain, behind the stumps. Asking rate has gone up just above 8. It's now Sateja Mukamala. They've switched this every game because Ferreira obviously can come in handy with his off spin at some stage. So Mukamala now donning the gloves. You see, just went over your head. You didn't hear that one. Mukamala's donning the gloves.
I really don't know what kind of jokes you're trying to make today, Nikki, but you might have to retire them. Speaking of someone who should not retire, Faf du Plessis, what an expert, what a legend of the game, and he just tops it every single year. Last year's on the left-hand side of your screen, and on your right was this year's spectacle that we just saw.
Touch. Yeah, folks, so it's hard to almost find the difference, really. Maybe one slightly higher, but full stretch dive to his right, stronger side. And it sticks in. The only difference, though, running celebration compared to the kneeling celebration. I think I like the Usain Bolt version. All right, but since that wicket, Matt Short has still gone well, so they've got to dismiss him and not get stuck. Easy to get stuck in the brilliance. And then things like this can happen. He didn't go for 4, though. I think Matt Short thought it was a certain boundary. Just plugged.
Yeah, in games like this, you're going to have to rebound really, really quick. If you have any type of kind of mess up or any kind of blunder that you have in the field, you're going to have to go for it. Just off the keeper there, but good collection in the end to just limit that to 2 runs.
It is so difficult to hit balls on the ground here and get value in terms of boundaries. I actually think it could have played a part in Finn Allen's innings, who had a number of strong punches down the ground that went for just 2. He looks up at the score and sees he's just a runner ball. Had those gone, maybe in Dallas had gone for 4, could be having a different thought process.
Yeah, different playing conditions are definitely going to ask different out of the batters, and everyone here in this oval tonight. Batter's going to have to adjust to the slow outfield. And I think there's work to do here.
Give them 5. And it's a maiden MLC wicket for Abhimanyu Lamba. This one will mean a lot because it's the captain who was dangerous and set.
That's exactly what pressure does to a batter. 8 overs and at 63 runs so far. Work to do, but amazing work here by TSK, just getting on Matthew Short and dismissing him. Short gone for 28, 63 for 5.
It's been absolutely electric in Major League's return to the Oakland Coliseum. The fans in, I'll tell you what, I'm not sure if it's the echo, just roars, but it's been loud as ever. as Vian Mulder comes back into the attack. And 2 new batters for the San Francisco Unicorns. It's Hamad Azam, who has joined Hassan Khan, trying to just establish himself a role in this middle order. He's one of the most decorated minor league cricketers there is here in the USA. Won back-to-back championships as captain with 2 different franchises. And he's in because of this. Just slightly comes back in on Matthew Short. Inside edge, lights up the stumps. And this game has really become one that the home fans wouldn't have enjoyed. Alongside Robin Uthappa, Texas Super Kings have done a heck of a job coming out of the break after what most of us thought was a low score in that first innings.
Yeah, they've been disciplined, haven't they? And the wickets actually progressively kept lower as the day has gone by. In the first innings, it began to keep low the back end. In the second innings, you can see that there's only purchase. Another run out, could it be? Oh, nope. They've been absolutely on the button, haven't they? Have TSK with their fielding. That unbelievable run out from Anshi De Silva from the deep. Here, almost another one again. He would have been home.
Well, there you go. A shot in retaliation. It's been a lean season so far for the 2024 Bart King Award winner, but he's come back home and he's announced himself with a 6.
Clean. Just so clean with that connection. Pitched up and whipped it off his legs. Walking towards the ball and a 262 feet 6.
Add another. Hassan Khan, I can hear Bill King. Holy Toledo!
What a shot. Hassan Khan has arrived. And how? 315 feet 6 this time. Connected the screws out of this one. Bosh.
This man has taken the USA by storm. The wickets are hurting him, but Hassan Khan's still in the middle, and that's what the Unicorns will hold their hat on. This man, his first year in the US in minor league cricket, averaged over 65 with a strike rate of 180, and he's only carried that form. Won the Bart King in 2024, best domestic player in Major League Cricket. And in his first game here at the Coliseum, scored 44 runs, just off 20-odd deliveries. Close of over 9, 77 for 5. Unicorns trying to jump their Californian rivals. As we look at the Lexus standings. And the Super Kings just trying to avoid that last place position. And there has been a lot of talk about these Lexus team standings with the Knight Riders up top and the Unicorns just trying to dismantle their Californian foe with a win tonight, and the Super Kings trying to get back into that top 4, Robin.
Yeah, they will be trying to get back to that top 4 one day because they've not had any momentum going their way this season, and they'll feed off a lot of the positivity of today with their bowling and fielding. The batting has been lackluster, but they'll need to come up trumps here for them to catch any momentum at the back end of the tournament.
Nicely placed. Just be a couple of runs here. Just one, actually. Well stopped. That's Josh Trump. Normally has the gloves in his hands. Really important innings for Hamad Azam. He's been on 3 major league franchises. Started with MI New York in the inaugural year. Struggled for a role there. Then went on to the Seattle Orcas and just couldn't, again, cement himself in that middle order. So real opportunity for the men in orange.
What they need here, the Orcas is, the Unicorns is a partnership. Take this game forward to the 15th over without losing any more wickets. So some low risk cricket coupled with a few boundaries, pepper them along, and then probably be in the game then. Because you need only 162, so there's only 80 runs to go. 82 runs to go. About 67, 68 balls.
It's gone up very high. Who wants it? Claimed. He's on the ground and tumbles, but Abhimanyu Lamba's got his 2nd major league wicket, and it's in the form of Hassan Khan thanks to a Cognizant clutch catch.
Lamba's been impressive, hasn't he? Just what we were talking about. But the Unicorn needs partnerships here. But that slower ball deceived him. All ends up. And managed to hold on to it, did Milne. For a moment, they had their hearts in their mouth, but safely taken in the end. Hassan Khan has to go for 14 of 8. 80 for 6 after 9.4, and it will be drinks.
Been tough sledding with the bat for the San Francisco Unicorns. The return home hasn't gone their way. And I tell you what, Amshi De Silva might be running into everyone's hearts right now, just how well he's played in today's game for the Super Kings.
Yeah, he's been super impressive today with the ball in the field. With that 6 of the last ball of the innings, so he's been in the mix. A very exciting youngster, to be honest, Aman. Someone I think who will do a world of good to American cricket. Finn Allen didn't come good. But the other 2 guys, Luandre and Short. And what a catch this from Faf du Plessis. And the ball continued to keep low. Boundaries kept coming though in regular intervals. But so did the wickets. And this one is a piece of art. That is just stunning fielding. Abhimanyu Lamba getting into the mix as well. Hassan Khan started well, but ended feebly.
So much talk about the batters when you come to the Oakland Coliseum. The way it started last year with Finn Allen's 151. But so far, it's been the 2 American boys, Abhimanyu Lamba, Amshi De Silva, 5 wickets between them. And then add that 6th wicket for Amshi with the run out.
They're in trouble here, the Unicorns. They have to dig themselves up out of that. They have to dig themselves up out of that hole.
into the lower order here for the Unicorns, as they are ahead of the required run rate. But they've got to make sure the runs keep coming. Welcome, Haris Ralph. An interesting way to get off the mark, Robin.
Well, if Haris Ralph is coming in at number 8, now the Unicorns are certainly in trouble. Slower ball from Lamba. Just deceived him, all ends up there. We were just talking about it. On that, they don't need to lose wickets. They need to build a partnership here.
And it will be a single to close an over that saw Lamba get his second major league wicket. Close the 10, 82 for 6.
Fall asleep.
We are blown away at the Cognizant MLC to be at the Auckland Coliseum, and I thought, why not educate our die-hard cricket fans about the features of this stadium? One of the big ones, the dugout. So if you look here and you see the TSK, Manage, how are you? Give me a wave. You see the TSA coaching staff here, the players here, you'd realize that these are not the traditional dugouts. They're actually a lot lower. Underneath here, there's seats. But what is the reason? You see these fans here in these premium seats, these Unicorns fans. Make some noise, guys. They are not being blocked, because sometimes in cricket, as Ashley De Silva is into the attack, sometimes in cricket you get fans being blocked by the dugouts that we have that go up into the air. So, such a good creation. They're flat, low, players sit underneath or outside, and these fans have the best view. Now, Aman and Robin, I've got something to ask you guys as I prepare to show you something else. Robin, you've been to many cricket stadiums in the world. Can we maybe see cricket getting to a stage where we start building dugouts like this? Low, easy for the fans to get the perfect view. Wow, what a view this is, I can see from here. And, of course, efficient for the fans and the players. What do you think, Robbie? Tell me.
Nikhil, you can see the ball from anywhere, buddy.
I need to know, Robbie. Come on, you're the former international. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea, to be honest. I think it gives uninterrupted view to all of the fans, and I think that dugout, that's just kind of, it's practically a dugout, right?
Right.
You can kind of, you go into the ground a little bit, and then the players sit there, and the fans sit right above them. I think that's a great touch, honestly, Nikhil.
All right, so Silva continuing. Another good delivery. Now, my next thing I'm going to show you, and Aman is going to know this because he's a baseball fan as much as a cricket fan. I noticed this red thing here. I wasn't sure what it was. I had to do some research. So after the grass, how are you, Lamba? Well bowled today, man. After the grass, they've got this clay-like feature. What I learned about it is it's actually to stop and help with sliding. After they come off the grass, if Lamba dives to stop a ball, he dives into this. Very safe. It's mixed with silt, sand, and clay. It also helps with drainage, so when the rain falls, we don't have much big delay, and help fans pick the ball up. In baseball, this is much more prominent than the grass we have here. So it helps the baseball fans track that white ball across the red clay. Guys, I must say, I think I've gained an interest in baseball because of how intelligent they are. Maybe we can bring this clay, which I can jump and slide on, which I won't be doing right now because Mr. Lamba's behind me, into the cricket. Robbie, Aman, this is the future, the Coliseum.
Gotta love the Oakland Coliseum. So much history here, and you're right, Nikhil. The future of cricket in this country could rest right here in this stadium.
No, I'll be fielding on clay, Aman.
Well, the final will be in here. Don't have to quite field on it. The other great attribute of the clay, you see it stretches around the ground, acted as the warning track as you headed towards the green wall. You see at the back right of your screen. If you can feel that clay, it's like, okay, I'm headed towards the wall. Got to make sure I don't just run straight into it. So it gives you a little bit of that safety as well
It is a very beautiful ground. Yeah, just the stadium just looks amazing. The sound system here is amazing. It is loud here. The movie Moneyball was actually filmed here at this very ground. The Oakland A's, right? That's the team here.
The Oakland A's, the Raiders. Think of the famous Sea of Hands. Kenny the Snake Stabler throws it into the end zone. Jose Canseco, Ricky Henderson, who the field is actually named after. So many great bits here in the Oakland Coliseum. Close of 11. 85 for 6. You heard of Kenny the Snake Stabler? Oh, brilliant. Coming. Touchdown. Long way to go for the San Francisco Unicorns. Lamba to continue.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a special day in the comm box here. It is Mr. Aman Patel's birthday. So Aman, many happy returns of the day, my friend, from the entire comm team.
Thank you very much, Ravi. Appreciate it.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, hold it up high.
6 cupcakes here.
Can we smash one on your face?
We can try. Might have to be a later thing. I'm not sure the next people who have to sit in these chairs would enjoy that.
Yeah, fair enough. Good call.
I'm being told in my ear that I have to eat all 6 of these. I'm not sure I've got that in me. You got to take at least one.
You can afford it. I promise you.
You got to take one though,
No.
you know?
No, I'll actually take some to smash some on your cake on your face a little later.
He sold on the smashing it in my face, lads.
Yeah, it's a family thing, man. You gotta get with it.
It's gone very high. Is this Lamba's third? No. It's well saved, is it? Yeah, it will be. Lamba's slower balls have been very impressive today.
Lamba has been impressive today. Oh, he's just been on the money, absolutely. Well done from Milne. I'll tell you one person be complaining about him sliding off with the Toblerones. Mr. Palmer Mbangwa. Yeah, I can hear him complaining at the back. Yeah, he wants the line to be drawn. Draw a line there, people.
Lamba's shown these skills throughout minor league cricket here in the U.S. And you just go back just over a year ago, or just under a year ago, rather. Took 4 wickets and 4 balls in the final over against the Chicago Kingsmen for his St. Louis Americans to win the game. It was Yorkers, it was slower balls off a length. And those Kingsmen were in back-to-back finals, feature like the likes of Hamad Azam.
Yeah, he's mixing it up really well here. The fielding tonight has been exquisite. Finn Allen, nice snap up there. So is Matthew Short. This one is great as well. Some really good fielding here. How about that from the 24-year-old youngster? And this one to top it all. I'm telling you, it's contagious. Good fielding is contagious.
Harshraf will say, I've defended that beautifully. Keeps it out. Close of 12, 89 for 6.
Big game in the context of the search for the top 4 spots. A reminder, of course, that the top 2 sides will get 2 chances to get back here for the grand finale as well on July 18th. As Viljoen comes back into the attack, I'm rejoined by Liam Plunkett again. And that man who does the fielding there, he's been everywhere. It's been Abimanu de Silva evening here at the Coliseum.
How good, Lenny? How good's he been? His energy he brought from Dallas, brought it on the plane, packed it in his packed lunchbox, and he brought it to the Coliseum. Outstanding in the field, also like the run out, the diving stops, but also the way his ball's been very impressive.
Yeah, 3 for 21 with an over to go for him. Did hit the last ball of the first innings for 6 as well, so just had one of those evenings. And there is something about being an all-rounder, you'll remember it well yourself. You kind of can be spurred on by your effort in one innings into the next.
Very kind of you, mate. Very kind of you. I'll take that. Yeah, I mean, when you go into the back end and you manage to hit a boundary, you get that confidence. It makes you excited to get back out there. But I think he is a very confident character. And I think you spoke to Albie Morkel, as you mentioned earlier. He's infectious. He's got energy. That also spreads around the team. Even you're a young player, your senior players feeds off that. Outstanding. Love it.
Well, I did hear Robin Utapa talk about Harris Rauf maybe needing oxygen up at number 8, but this is what we've got to look forward to tomorrow evening. Just a single header on Thursday, going to be the Washington Freedom taking on the Seattle Orcas here. We'll be on air from 6:15 Pacific time, and the match will start at 6:30. Every ball live, season 4 of this Cognizant MLC season. Got him, straight through. And Harris Rauf's, well, tortured stay at the crease ends. An ungainly hack across the line. And Viljoen strikes.
Hard into the pitch. Stopped a tiny bit, but still hit the top of the stumps. It's a decent bounce there. I think Harris Rauf's eyes were closed at that point, mate. Swung across the line, which was the hardest shot for the good batsman. No disrespect to him, he can hit a few bombs. Of that innings was a bit of a struggle. Harris Rauf goes for 4. Ball by Viljoen. The score is 90 for 7.
Brody Couch comes to the crease at number 9, very capable with the bats. Potentially, no disrespect to Peter Siddle and Gulam to come, but might be the last chance. Yeah, definitely known for bowling thunderbolts with the ball, and he can hit a big ball with the bats as well, but that was just one that he never got underneath the bounce of, and it cleaned him up. Very capable of Brody Couch, but Hamad Azam is now going to have to kind of step up as well. The required run rate nudges towards 10 runs per over required.
Yeah, Hamad, very experienced him. I played against him a lot, played with him as well. Access 360, mate. He's a very good hitter of the ball, very good wrists, and I think why not? If there's ever going to be a chance to do something great and put your name out there in the MLC, this is the time. To your point, Brody Couch, last game, I think his first ball he hit for 6, I think. Very capable. He models himself on a Mike Hussey. Let's hopefully puts that into play.
There is time to catch up, but there's no doubt right now it's the Super Kings who hold all the aces. 91 for 7. Well, a few concerns for Stephen Fleming, despite the smile of Faf du Plessis, because we heard he missed out on that 3rd game with the back spasm. Then, having taken that remarkable catch, deja vu moment from this very ground last year. Let's hope he's going to be all right. Maybe just minding himself a touch, understandably, off the field. Big game, this one, in the course of the table. Interestingly, Liam, too, both of these sides had perfect records at the Oakland Coliseum last year. You'll have great memories of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a great place to play cricket. That first game against the Freedom with the big packed out crowd, I felt privileged to play in that game. But yeah, 3-3, so, but someone's going to lose that today, I'm afraid.
So you're part of the Unicorns squad last year. You're out there. What was it like out there?
Honestly, there's been a few things in my career. Playing for England, playing in the World Cup final was obviously a different thing, but coming here, being involved in the Unicorns the first year, but the second year we played here in front of this home crowd was unbelievable feeling. Sorry, I'm just looking at the screen there, and Milind Kumar looks in some serious strife. Hopefully, I'm not sure what that is, but he's in full sling, and hopefully it's not too bad. Won't be playing next game, I should imagine.
Good looking stroke, going to go all the way, inside out, up and over. Anything really full has been punished this evening, and Mulder over pitches again and goes the distance.
He's very strong here. Obviously, he puts his hands through the ball. You see on the screen here, a little bit wide, kind of a half volley out wide. He deserved to get hit, but still on this pitch is a little bit tricky. Kept his shape nicely, put his hands through the ball, 6 over cover. Excellent shot by Hamad.
Probably about the last place you want to bowl from what we've seen that's had success this evening. Very well put away though by Hamad Azam. Unicorns staying in it. Once these two are together, they'll continue to have belief.
Even with that short boundary, we touched on this, even smacking that back of a length is probably still your go-to ball. If someone wants to take a risk and cross-bat it, there's a chance they can hit it. There's also a massive chance on this pitch with the variable bounce that it might skid on and sneak and hit a pad or hit the stump. So that's still my go-to ball on this wicket.
Because of the fact it's only a fraction over 160 being hunted down, could get themselves back into this. Slight mix-up. The last thing they need is another run-out. This time it was Couch that immediately sent Hamad Azam back.
Yeah, does Hamad have faith in Couch? I think he should. Let him bat. Here we go. Open blade, played it nicely. It was the non-striker's end. That's what we get taught as kids. It was up to the non-striker, who is obviously the man in form here. You've got to take your runs when you can, but Brody Couch sent him back. Live to fight another day.
Yeah, Couch a little guilty potentially of watching the ball rather than listening to his partner's call. Guides it away and will get good reward. That's a lovely touch stroke. Intentionally opens the face. I think this has come off the very face of the bat, and Mulder continues to be the weak link in this Super Kings attack tonight.
A very, very smart shot here. A little bit wide, not too bad a ball. Opened his blade nicely. He'd be very good at slip catching, mate. Very, very good at that. The 100's up. The Unicorns are 103 for 7. 1 ball left in this over.
Yeah, that's a shot of a proper batter. Nor his position at number 9. Very, very competent. Good over. 13 going to come from it as the Unicorns hanging around in the chase. 104 for 7. Has been getting a go down in the Big Bash in recent times. Initially was over at the Melbourne Stars, but moved across to the Perth Scorchers. Brody Couch, obviously in the team primarily for his bowling, but is capable, particularly in the Sheffield Shield where he plays for Western Australia. Now, I like this move from Donovan Ferreira, who's in essence acting as captain right now on field because Faf du Plessis is off. You can see him there, he's lost the gloves. And it's Saiteja Mukamala who has them. He's going to turn back to the star of the show this evening. De Silva, the way he's going, don't rule out 2 wickets in this over, let alone 1.
Yeah, I was about to say that myself, mate. I wouldn't be surprised if he picks up 5 here. But I think what he's got is he runs in quick and his delivery's quick as well. So sometimes as a batter, you don't have time to set yourself. The ball hits you before you realise. So you've seen a lot of players that miss from him today. Maybe the batters are just not set, and all of a sudden it shoots at you, and you're not quite ready, which sneaks onto you. With me, that's what happened to Finn Allen, which cleaned him up in that over he bowled first up.
Shorter in stature, gets it to skid on nicely, and he's used that to good effect this evening on this surface that is not being quite as batter friendly as what we saw to start the season last year, and he's launched himself into second place on this remitly leading wicket takers chart. Neil Bartman still up at the top, plenty of Orca's representation in there, but Amshi De Silva, I think he's very quietly majorly making a name for himself here in Major League Cricket. And I think he's someone we're going to hear an awful lot about in years to come.
Yeah, I totally agree. This is the place. This is the place to make a name for yourself. We mentioned it last week when we were chatting. A bit like Mohammad Shami from India, one of the best bowlers of recent time. Very skiddy, seam bolt right, and he hits you quicker than you think. But yeah, very, very impressive in Dallas. And today he stepped up at another gear. It'd be nice to see him pick up another wicket here and close out with amazing figures.
Also just love the energy and the passion that he's brought. You can see in every single wicket he's taken, the celebrations that he gives, just how much it means to him and his family. Short ball hooked away and just about enough. It was a bit of a top edge and it goes up and over the head of Esterhuizen. Down there. Not in complete control of the shot. It's Abhimanyu Lamba, in fact, down there. That fine leg, and it flies for 6.
I actually love this bowling, to be honest with you. Ahmad came down the wicket, wasn't in control of that at all. Aggressive bowling, not far away from a catch. It's one of a few banters that have been bowled today. Not many have been shown on show at all. Very good bowling, very aggressive. Chance to pick up that big wicket of Ahmad. Just slightly missed the fielder down at fine leg.
Big 2 deliveries, these two. Now, this is close. How close is the question? It's run to the rope, and he will wait to signal, because Ferreira, I think, may want to have a look, and he does. We're going upstairs. Could this be a 4th for De Silva?
To the umpire director, we have an LBW review. Given not out on field, it's a fair delivery. We start with front on, please. The ball goes close to the back. Can we go to ultra edge, please? Roll this through. There's a gap there on the left-hand side as the ball goes past. No bat involved. So we can go through the ball tracking when it's available, please. Stand by for ball tracking. Coming up now. Regional decision's not out. Pitching outside off. Impact in line. Wickets is missing. So the review is lost. Stay with the original decision, Gregory. Your on-screen signal now.
Great decision and fantastic use of the technology as well. Swung too much. He did come a long way across, but he actually got down the crease, which is what aided him, and it meant that the projected path was going to go on and miss the leg stump. 4 leg byes, 2 to the total.
Yeah. As a bowler, you want that to be LBW. If it's not an LBW, you want it to come off the pad. You don't want that on your figure, right? An extra 4, mate.
Got him! Oh, yes! De Silva on song and on fire at the Coliseum. He's got 4 as the Super Kings, they move further and closer to a big win.
What a day at the ballpark for De Silva. In the field with the bat and now with the ball. He finished with 4 for 28 off his 4 overs. Here we go. A little chop on. It was a little bit wide, potentially the right shot, but a big drag on, and that means so much to him. Look at that passion, look at the energy that he's bringing. He's so pumped to finish with that 4th wicket. Absolute game changer today. Magnificent, mate.
Beautiful moment for a special young cricketer. Looks like an MVP performance to me. Azam's gone for 20, it's 115 for 8. Well, we definitely saw some fabulous catches from Faf du Plessis again. As Milne comes back, and that's going to go all the way. Close to indescribable, this one. I'm not exactly quite sure how it's got there, but Couch has a maximum.
I don't think I've seen that ever before in my life, mate. Let's have a look at this. It's 6. He's going to hit it over mid-off, and he's got an open blade, thick out, inside, back of the bat, edge over third man for 6. We'll take it, Brody Couch, with a smile on his face. We'll take that 6.
And that's what happens when your mum's in the crowd. All the little things go your way. A wry smile. This was the last ball of the previous over. Not the first time we've seen this evening. Did he need to play it? This is the question. He just got a maximum, Azam. It was the last ball of De Silva's spell.
Yeah, it's not a pitch that's coming on, so sometimes that's a hard shot to play. It gets stuck on you a little bit. But look at that, the big guy. A huge fist pump. Oh, he's gone again. 2 for 2 fist pumps. What a day for the guy.
I think it was the double fist bump by 2, which equaled 4 to match the 4 that he got. He has lit up the start of this Oakland leg of Cognizant Major League Cricket. And he has been so impressive. The energy that he's brought, the passion, the joy, making a new life and a name for himself in USA at MLC. How good's he been?
Been outstanding from ball 1, literally ball 1. Knocked his balls over. 2 big names, Finn Allen and also Pretorius, 2 massive wickets. Then again, the one that's shot below, but he's hitting the pitch so hard. 2 big wickets and a chop on in that last over to finish his figures. Outstanding day at the ballpark for the young man.
We haven't even showed you the run out again yet. Unbelievable day out. The kind of day when you get up in the morning and think about your match ahead you dream of. It's all gone De Silva's way, and look, he's everywhere. You just cannot keep him out of the game.
I think he's give plenty. Needs to bottle that energy up now, save it for the next game. Outstanding, definitely play of the game for me, mate. Outstanding, very, very good.
Yeah, we'll find out who the MVP is straight after the conclusion of play. In the meantime, Peter Siddle's come to the crease. Awful lot for these two to do. Required run rate actually isn't out of the question. It's under 9 per over. The runs continue to come. Just going to be one bounce. Siddle giving himself a bit of room. Just about evades our buggy camera to go with it. We're not going to send you the bill for that, Sids.
I was about to say, when you get to 41, how's your eyes? That's what I was about to say, but his eyes look great. Steps away to Adam Milne, slap you over mid-off for 4 runs. Off we go to the races, Peter Siddle. What a
going to be a good camera angle, this one. Look out, buggy, look out. Oh, just to the right, high and right. There'll be a slight change in the field as a consequence. We'll see deep third come up into the circle, and captain will send himself back. Only 36 to win. Big problem is just 2 wickets in hand. Sometimes you batted down there, didn't you? 8, 9, 10. You remember these sort of tense moments when you know you still need runs, but you've so little resources left in terms of wickets in hand?
I do, but I also know there's pressure on the bowler. Being a bowler myself, you know the guys at the end that can possibly do this. A couple of hits, get you right back in this game. Adam Milne, very aggressive here. I think I would still be aggressive to Peter Siddle. It's a short boundary, but sniff him up. You're quick enough. You're one of the quickest bowlers in the world. Have a look at upstairs. Put pressure on him straight away.
I'll tell you something, we've had real entertainment on the opening evening of the Oakland leg. Plenty more to come. Good pace again from Milne. 11 runs from the over. Can the Unicorns do it? TSK need just 2 to close it out. It's 126 for 8.
126 for 8. The equation that's important is 36 from 23. And it's, yeah, not an easy one in a game that's been sort of 8 and over, with it approaching 9.5. But as you go towards the end of the game, pressure shifts and it goes towards who are expected to do it. Bowlers. Oh, that's gone all the way. Nicely done by Brody Couch. Oh, still tight this one, not done yet.
Yeah, Couch keeping them in the game. Still 132 for 6. Need only about 30 left now in 23 deliveries, and they have 2 wickets to go. And Peter Siddle can hang around there. Can also hit a long ball. Not just done.
No run available that time. The last time the team featuring Peter Siddle chased 162. He hit 9 off 3 to tie the game, and that was Victoria against the Chennai Super Kings. That's in the Champions League in 2010. Yes, you heard me correctly. 16 years ago, Peter Siddle was there, getting him over the line. And here he is, trying to get the Unicorns over the line. 29 from 20. He's 4 from 4. The partnership is 18 from 10. And so, yeah, all very tense here.
That's not over just yet.
Falloon. Hits the target, but Couch has made his ground. Just to be sure, umpire Taylor wants to have a look upstairs.
TV umpire director, we've got a run-out review. We should start with your best angle, please.
In well and truly, I think.
Okay, bat's well over the ground before the ball hits the stumps. I've got my decision for the big screen.
Yep, clearly not out. Couch has played some innovative sixes today. One over third man. And one towards fine leg in this over.
Oh, hit that out. Nicely done. And take one and keep the strike as well. 27 from 18. 135 for 8. .135 for 8. Unicorns needing 27 from 18. Adam Milne will bowl his final over. Yeah, comparisons, you think, just to gauge where things are, where were the Super Kings? They were 136 for 6 at the same stage. Good slowy. Fantastic slower ball. Oh, Adam Milne. That is outstanding. Totally fogged. Just pops up in the air, and he can, in his follow-through, complete the process and send Couch on his way to the couch.
Impeccable execution there. Rolled his fingers over it, held in the wicket. Couch was committed into the shot. Tried to pull out of it. Only to lob the ball up to Milne, who completed the catch on his follow-through. Brody Couch goes for 22. Unicorns are 135 for 9.
Fielded. Took a stunning catch in Dallas. Adam Milne, a return catch from his countryman Tim Seifert, who was lacing it to all parts. It's a good fielder, got good hands, and that's all about the delivery that he's bowled, which is a slower ball with the batters trying to hit boundaries. Way through his shot, totally foxed, and it just loops up into the air. Last rites being read with just one wicket standing now. Got enough of it, away it goes for 4. Oh, it'll still be heart and mouth stuff. It's Ghulam who's walked out there, and he said, hold on, this is not done yet.
Yeah, come out with intent there, backed away, had to clear mid off, did it comfortably. Yeah, he believes they're still in the mix here. Not writing himself off yet.
Ball him! Oh, nicely done. All action tonight in Cognizant Major League Cricket, as these two teams, the San Francisco Unicorns and the victors tonight, the visitors, the Texas Super Kings, did battle. A win for the Super Kings by 22 runs. Doesn't say it's a close affair, but probably closer than that, because they had to make sure of the job. And all the way through wouldn't have been certain of victory, with the opposition having won the toss home side and decided to field first, probably feeling they were in it all the way through, despite a continual and a regular loss of wickets.
Ranchi De Silva, the man for TSK tonight. Impeccable bowling and superb fielding. A great run out, and his bowling has been absolutely on the button. It pushes Super Kings up to the second position in the points table. Got 2 wins and 2 losses now. Slowly gaining momentum, but they have their work cut out for them. Got some gaps they need to fill, but at the moment they can celebrate today's win.
The final action, and it brings joy to those in yellow. Whistles will go. Applause for that young man there. Ranchi De Silva, so good for his 4 for 28 from 4 overs. Adam Milne, with all of his experience, brought in to finish the job off, and he did exactly that. So it's a win here in California for the Texas Super Kings. A win by 22 runs. They remain unbeaten here at the Coliseum, and the home side, the San Francisco Unicorns, unable to get to that 162, lose for the first time here. As we look at their scorecard, which just didn't get going. A few flutters as you look down that order, with some getting into double figures, but never really getting any fluency as far as their innings are concerned, and so falling short by 22 runs.
The bowling's been great. Abhimanyu Lamba, 2 for 22. Adam Milne, 2 for 29. Silva, just so good. 4 for 28 at 7 only. Phil Young, 1 for 24. in 3 overs, and Mulder slightly expensive than the rest of them. But the bowlers have been absolutely on the money.
Yeah, excellent work. A lovely contest. Let's get downstairs now to Arman Patel.
Here with captain of the San Francisco Unicorns, Matt Short. Matt, I want to take you back to the first innings. 160, did you feel that was a chaseable total?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they obviously got off to a little bit of a flyer. Their 2 openers obviously put on a few with no loss of wicket, so they probably set the base there early, but I think we clawed it back pretty well. Maybe gave them a few looseners later in their batting innings, got away from us a little bit, so I think we're probably hoping to chase a little bit less, to be honest.
Tell me about the conditions out there. A lot of talk to the first game last year. How different was it tonight?
It seemed a little bit drier this year. We saw a lot of the balls sort of skid and stay low, so leading into the next couple of games here, we're going to have to adapt and figure out ways to score runs without the lower bounce.
I know it didn't go your way tonight, but this home crowd, tell me how good it is to be back in the Oakland Coliseum at home.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, cricket in the US is obviously taking off a little bit, and it's awesome to see our home fans and call this our base here in the Bay Area. So thank you everyone for coming out tonight, and hopefully we see you over the next week or so.
Tough luck tonight and good luck the rest of the way, Matt.
Thank you.
A look at the summary then of match number 8 in Cognizant Major League Cricket 2026. Super Kings 161 for 8. A decent start from du Plessis and Mukamala, and then a good finish at the back end by Ferreira, 45 from 28. 2 wickets for Gullam and 2 for Couch as well. And they'd have felt that they bowled decently, even if they kind of let it go at the back end. The Unicorns bowlers, and then the Unicorns with bat in hand didn't ever really get going. Matt Short, skipper, 28 from 16, and Couch at the back end with 22 from 16, trying to make a late charge, but it was fits and starts with double figures for some, but never really managing to control the chase. The bowlers holding sway, with Falloon with 1, Milne with a couple to finish it off, Lumber with a couple as well. He started things off, but the star, Amshi De Silva, with 4 for 28 from his 4. A look at the highlights then, and what you'll see predominantly as they go is many a celebration from Amshi De Silva, and well deserved, I can tell you. Some lovely shots as you expect, but some fantastic fielding as well. That man Faf du Plessis, who continues to pluck them out the air. And